Like, sound technical then, don't I?
Wow.
Hello! We are
Hello.
live. How are you?
Oh, good. Good. How are
I
you?
am really good. So last night we had the CASPA staff do our Christmas do, and it was lovely. We went to O'Neill's in Bromley, but I really realised just how old I am. The music come on, and a few of us just went, oh. So
Oh
yeah,
my
we realised
God.
we're just really old.
I really? Well,
But it was
I
good.
didn't go. I didn't go
You were
purely because
sensible.
I'm a bit old, and I thought, oh, I'm doing this all day today. I thought, oh no, 12 hours. I'm gonna have to get my sleep.
The two together, yeah. But it was so lovely to see everyone and for all their hard work. And I put a few pictures up on the staff group this morning and said thank you, because the staff are just phenomenal and what make CASPA.
Oh,
So
definitely.
let's say some good morning. We've got
Good.
people watching us,
Oh yay! Who have we got? Because I can't see. I'm going to go on and have a
and
look
we have a
now.
message. And of course, yeah. See if you can log on as me. So we have the lovely William. Now, anyone that goes to
Oh,
CASPA will know our William, will know how wonderful he is at hugs, how awful his dress sense is, and how awful his football team is that he supports.
oh.
So, William, I hope you're listening. But we've set William a challenge, haven't we, Kim?
I've heard about this.
So,
I can't wait.
for the day, oh, morning Tobias, morning James. So, William's challenge for the day. William loves to wear really awful Hawaiian shirts.
Oh,
He's got loads of them, and I can hear him sitting there giggling at us already, taking the mick out of him. So his challenge is going to come on about 10:15 and show us his first shirt. He's promised me he's going to be watching the whole 12 hours. He's even arranged his dinner around it.
no.
So what I'm going to do is throughout the day, Kim, we can say, William, this is your 5-minute warning, and he has to run and get changed into a different shirt and then be online, and we can bring him in.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely
So
love it.
I've told him minimum of 10 shirts I want out of him today.
Yes. Do you know, he's
But I
so
reckon,
sweet. Every time I see him, he just comes and gives me a big cuddle. And it's just so lovely. You know, when you go, oh my God, like, because nobody does that, do they anymore? Like, it's
no,
just, no,
especially
it's
since
so sweet.
COVID as well. It's very
Yeah,
much don't cuddle, don't touch. But no,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
lovely. And it always shows his appreciation for us, doesn't he, in Casper?
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Always, which is lovely. So yeah, and
Yeah.
then we've got the gorgeous Tobias and James saying good morning. Now they're going to be
Oh,
joining us later. Are you coming on as well? I do hope so. I was on the staff do last night. Oh, yep, Tobias is Charlie. Charlie's going to come on too. So anyone that was fortunate enough to come to the ball, Tobias, James, and Charlie all done a speech. They completely and utterly stole the show. Like, none of us should have talked. We should just leave it to them from now on, because everyone was up on their feet, laughing, cheering, everything. So we had to bring them on today, the legends that they are. And then I'm sure they're going to join us for the members karaoke.
they
Oh,
better.
good morning. Yeah. So we've got a few songs lined up. And please don't
Yes,
need
we
me
have,
to
haven't we,
sing.
Sarah?
Yeah, so let's just talk about that really quickly. I don't think anyone needs to see that.
I think they
So
do. I think they do. I think we need a reprise, definitely, of I'm a Barbie Girl. I think you could do it
do you know
again.
how hard that was?
And it'll be even better this time.
Oh, yeah, probably because I haven't got to do the technical bit as well. But I think if I've got to redo it, then I think we've got to get to a certain amount of money. So
I agree.
this, I think with this live is about obviously raising everyone's spirits, because January can often be a bit of a dark time. It's money's often a bit tight, which we completely understand. So even putting £1 in the pot is amazing for
Yeah.
us. Every penny literally helps with CASPA. to, you know, keep CASPA going and secure its future.
Yep.
So yes, please pop in the pot. We'll be putting the links on later on.
Yeah, the link I've also put, the link is also at the top of our page, on our CASPA page, and it's also in our bio as well on all of our profiles, Instagram, Facebook, everything. So it is there, but we can keep popping it in the comments as well.
Perfect. And then we can, you know, if you're coming on, please share it with all your friends and family that you're coming on, that you're watching us, that, you know, so people know when to join in and watch you. Because we've got quite a long list of lineup, haven't we?
We really have.
Zumba dancing to a magician to singing to everything. And we've got some sort of, so Michaela is coming on at 11 a.m. Michaela is from Zap Kids. Zap Kids, she'll tell you all about it, but it's a new club that's set up for special needs, but a little bit more needs than CASPA can do. Like they have a building and things like that, and they can often provide one-to-one quite easily. So yeah, Michaela's going to come on and talk about that, and then we've got Jenny coming on later on to talk about Destiny Club, which is again another special needs club. Both of them have been set up independently, and you know, they're within the borough and they're great services. So we want to sort of shout about them as well. And then obviously the rematch. I am taken down this year. Helen, if you are watching, I've got a special omelette pan now just to beat you. So anyone who watched myself and Helen do a live last year, we had an omelette challenge. Regan from the Wonderful Cooking Shed challenged us to make an omelette, and it was the fastest omelette wins. Now, Helen beat me by quite a bit. Not even just, you know, I can't even pretend it was close. She annihilated me. But this year, she's coming back for the rematch. And obviously, we'll have a quick catch up as well and see how Helen's getting on and cool things, CASPA and Helen and whatnot. I love this. It's getting to see everyone's Facebook names on the comments now. I'm like, oh, that's who that person is. So, looking forward to Bobby. Right, so we've had a message on there from CASPA Autism Online. Now, I know who this is, but because they've kind of joined in. Looking forward to Barbie Girl, and of course, awesome Charlie's team talking and Will's shirts. So that is our wonderful Liz saying hi. And yeah, we miss you too, Liz, but you've only just had the baby, so take your time. Take your time. Liesl, did you hear that? I told her to take her time. I didn't try and rush her back.
Yeah. Try and get off the CASPA page because you're technically on maternity leave.
yeah, through your own one, perfect.
Yeah.
Liesl's on it already. A kit day already. Sorry, I'm trying to print the order so that I'm not keep looking at my phone.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just on the phone. The we've got nothing until 11, have we? But we've got this time to use to talk because we've got a huge year ahead of us, haven't we?
Do you know what we really, really have? Ah, it's Chloe, not Liz. That's all right. That's Chloe. Perfect, Chloe. You can be on the Autism Online page all you like. You can do kit days.
Isn't she on maternity leave too?
But she can do the keeping in touch days.
Right, I'm with you. Okay.
Can be cast as that. So that's all good.
Oh God.
Oh, James is just saying, sorry, he's just saying he can't come on till later on because he's going to watch Matilda at the cinema. Love Matilda. How good is that?
Very good. We're obsessed in this house.
So right. He's in a show a few weekends time, and they're the Revolting Children. So Lottie's like loving it, literally.
Aww.
So let's talk this year, Kim.
Oh my goodness. 2023 is just so busy. We've got so much to look forward to, and it feels weird because I've been like I've known about all these things coming up for so long, and now I'm like, oh my God, they're actually happening like this year. So we have got. Well, actually, I'm going to go like month by month. So,
Let's do
February is like next month. We've announced that we're going to do a workshop, a social media workshop for autistic people and how to stay safe online, which I'm going to run myself. It's just going to be on Zoom. And I think that this is really necessary because we've noticed recently, just from like the WhatsApp group and things like that as well, how easy it is, not necessarily even for autistic people, but for anyone to be scammed online and to be, you know, told you need to pay £100 or you need to do, you know, give me your bank details, or identity theft. And there's just so many things surrounding social media, and obviously there's so many platforms now as well, that I'm just going to take everyone through the basics on how to stay safe, basically. You know, not to give your password to anyone, and try not to talk to people you don't know, and, you know, be fooled into things. And look at the positives as well, the positives of social media, because we don't want to be kind of going, social media is bad all the time. But, you know, it's I think it's really necessary. So if anyone is interested, it's not just for CASPA members, it can be open to anyone who is autistic and wants to learn a little bit more. It's on our Facebook page, available to book via Eventbrite. It's only £5. So yeah, join us. That's on the 1st of February. So that's Feb.
And even for carers, family members can join that, Kim.
Yeah, definitely. Anyone who wants to learn more, it's for ages 14 plus, because social media is usually meant to be from age 13. So yeah, anyone who wants to kind of learn a little bit more, and like you said, yeah, parents, guardians, anyone who wants to jump on, basically.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing, isn't it? It's, you know, there's lots of things I go to Kim and go, oh, I don't understand this. Can you talk it through me? Because I know Kim's obviously our expert. And yeah, just for anyone to jump on and learn about social media, everything will pretty much be covered.
Yeah, definitely. March is a big one. Okay, so last year we did our hashtag Wear Green to Be Seen on the 31st of March, and it was kind of like, it was a little event. A few people wore green and donated £1, and it was kind of like this little thing. Took a few pictures and it was really nice. But this year we are going bigger and better than ever before, and we want you guys to get involved as well. So if you belong to a school or a college or a group of some sort, tell them about it. 31st of March, we want everyone to wear the colour green. It could be just a hairband, it could be a t-shirt, it could be your shoes, it could be absolutely anything. Bring in £1, donate it to CASPA. You can set up your own fundraising page for this, and do a little collection in your school or college or wherever you are, your group, and donate that way. Or you can just donate to our page. That's whichever you feel like. But we want to see your photos. We want as many people as possible. I think one school is already getting involved, because I was talking to them. I think Royal Russell might be doing it. So that would be really cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, lovely. That's for today's one, obviously. Yeah, so we just want so many people to get involved with our Wear Green to Be Seen, using that hashtag as well, Wear Green to Be Seen. And that is the 31st of March. And it's also surrounding Autism Acceptance Week as well. So it's part of that as well. So very, very exciting. Obviously, it's not just about raising money, which obviously we do want to raise money for CASPA, but it's also about autism acceptance as well. So, you know, I know that we've had lots of chats in the past, haven't we, about kind of the things that we don't do, which is like the light it up blue and puzzle pieces and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so and we've got so Jenny and Liesl will be on at 11:30, and they can talk a lot more about our sort of Green to Be Seen, why we don't light it up blue. So it will sort of bring home some more information to support our community, and like, you know, just tell your school you do it. It's your initiative for a charity fundraiser. if you're at school and you've got 30 people in your class, that's £30. If you've got 6 classes, I can't do the maths, but that's 6 times 30. That's potentially amazing amount of money for us. And also we're raising awareness. We're letting people know about autism. We're just hoping to just keep instilling how incredible our community is to everyone. So, Tom, I'm going to shut up now.
No, it's fine. No, amazing. So that's the 31st of March. So then we've got April. So on the 2nd of April, we have got a lovely team of 5 runners running the London Landmarks Half Marathon. And now this is very, very exciting. It's our first event of this kind. And we sort of went at first, right, let's go for the minimum number of spaces, which was 5 spaces. And they filled up really quickly, and we've had so many emails since then going, can I get a space? And I'm like, oh no. So we could have probably had about 8 or 10, but now we know for next year. But yeah, we've got 5 lovely runners. I think 3 of them are CASPA parents, so they are already raising money for us with their pages and doing their training as well. So yeah, really exciting that they're going to be running for CASPA through London.
And we have one of the original members, don't we?
Yes.
Running too.
Yes.
So one of our original members, James, he's now back running. His sister works for us. His brother comes to us. So it's all really lovely. It's like, just shows what a family unit we all are.
It's amazing. And I think that I think his wife actually asked if their dad could do it or something. Was it, or her dad? It was either one of the dads, but we'd already run out of spaces. But hopefully next year maybe we can get him involved too. So yeah,
amazing.
Really exciting.
Yeah, it's our first chance of doing it this year, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think it just shows the kind of the popularity in it as well, because obviously I'm part of the running community, and I know that you have been as well. And I think there's just so many of these events that are happening now that COVID's over and all that kind of stuff. We desperately wanted to get maybe 1 space for the London Marathon this year, but because they've still got that backlog since COVID, they didn't have any extra charity spaces. So hopefully next year we might be able to get a space for that one.
But saying that, if anyone does get a space on the ballot and wants to run for us,
definitely,
we've got lovely shirts you can have. Kim can help with the sponsorship page, and we can help with events. The sun's come right through on my I look all liner. Sorry.
So yeah, we definitely want to get involved in all those ones. I know there's another one at the end September. There's the big half, so we might get a few spaces with that one as well. So there's lots. And speaking of running as well, you'll probably be able to talk about this one a bit more, Sarah. But the next event after that would be the 4 days for CASPA.
So we're doing 4 days running, literally running for 4 days. And we start on the April the 28th, I'm sure it is, till May the 1st. And we've got a runner coming on later to talk to us all about it and whip you all up to try and get you involved. At the minute, I think there's about 27, 28 joined up.
Oh, amazing.
And we're running. I've never done it. I've always managed to escape it by COVID or some kind of excuse. And this year, everyone else should be doing it with me. But yeah, Martin will be on later, and he can sort of tell us more about that. And Helen will be running that as well. So I'm sure we can get Helen to talk about it whilst maybe you could distract her with that, Kim, so I can win the omelette challenge. Helen, I hope you're not listening. Yeah, so Bob, what's the word on that one? So yeah, they'll come on later and talk about that. But it's a really amazing event with amazing people who run, row, cycle, walk. We have all differences, so it's for everyone. If you're not able to run, walk, cycle, we need supporters. We need people to help make food, or so keep the runners hydrated, to do the stops like that, to anything. There's a job for someone. So if you want to be involved, please, please, please do. Hi, Alfie. Right, so William, yes, jump on quickly. We'll let you jump on and get your first shirt out of the way and introduce you, and then we can kick you off. I love William. And go from there. So, William, are you joining? We get to see him pop up in our little studio. I feel like we've got all the power here, Kim. It's quite nice. So, yeah, so that's April. What have we got after that?
So after April, we have got very, very exciting, the wing walk, our first wing walk on the 14th of May. Now, if you've been thinking about this and thinking, I really want to do something, you know, to tick off the bucket list, then this is it. I actually, the way we got into it was my husband was 40 this year, and I bought it for him as a present. And so we went and watched, and they were lovely. The people who organised it, I spoke to them straight away and mentioned CASPA, and they're actually from Bromley, and it was like, oh my God, it was meant to be. And it's only down in Maidstone, so it's not far, just down the road. And we still have spaces available if you would like to, you know, stand on top of an aeroplane and fly. It's a really nice location, and while you're up there, you actually get to see, you can see Calais, and a bit of France and Dover and all that. You know, it's a really nice view that you get to see as well. And you're up there for 10 minutes, I think, but it feels a bit longer. Well, that's what my husband said. And yeah, the only downfall is you have to be 85 kilograms and under, which I know is annoying. But it's also January, and I know that a lot of people are like, no, that's it. I'm gonna get fit and healthy this year. So maybe this could be a little goal as well for some people. So if you are interested in wing walking, you need to raise £800 for us, and you know, I think you can easily do that as well. So that's the 14th of May. We've got that going on. Oh, my mum's just commented. That rules me out to the 85 kilograms.
Okay, join me. I'm on a massive weight loss. So, talking of wing walking, should we bring him in because this is the guy who really wants to wing walk. Big Bad Will.
Hello.
Do you like it? Do you like
We couldn't hear you then. I do. Look at Mum getting them all lined up. So sorry, Mum. I'm dragging you into this.
Yeah, that's all right. Hello, Kim.
Mum's
Hi, Julian.
Did she have a nice Christmas, Kim?
Oh, I had a lovely Christmas, thank you. How was yours?
It was very boozy because I went down to the pub on Christmas Day, and yeah, it was magical. It was nice. Everyone, Mum told me to get out the way, so I thought, oh, best.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did, Mum.
No, you just wanted to do your own thing.
Yeah, best way to do it. keep the happy family, you know, Kim.
Keep it up. Oh, you did.
Sarah.
Yes, my lovely.
Are you ready to see my Hawaiian collection?
I am. Let me just quickly talk about wing walking, because so you wanted to do wing walking, didn't you?
Yeah,
and
but
then we found out the weight restriction, didn't we? And me and you both pulled a face like, how's this going to happen? So we set up a different challenge, didn't we? Now, anyone that knows William, he loves planes, but more than planes, he loves to talk.
Yes.
Don't you? So what we're going to do is we're going to tag team it, aren't we? So I'm going to do the wing walk.
Yes.
And whilst we're at the wing walk, William's going to be there watching. But William's not allowed to talk. He's going to be on the sponsored silence. Now, I know I'm going to be putting lots of money in because I want to see him suffer and not be able to talk. And I'm going to be going up to him and going, "Hi, William, how are you? How was your Christmas? How was this?" And he's going to be, "Oh!" So everyone can do that.
Everyone
So when you come back, the family and friends, the wing walking, you can all torment William too, which to me just sounds like a great day. What do you reckon, Will?
I think I'll be going down the pub after I collected that money for CASPA. Because I've told some of my friends, I've told Mikey, you know, Mikey from CASPA. And
yeah, he's our patron.
And we've had a little bit. We have, Sarah.
Oh, yeah. And what's that?
So if I can keep quiet for the whole day, it's going to buy me some pints.
See, everyone wants you to be quiet for the whole day because no one thinks you can do it.
Not even my mum says.
So I think we've got to make it into a massive campaign of keep Will quiet.
What do you think?
See, Mum knows.
Yeah, Mum says, yeah, I haven't got the guts to do it, but it'd be a miracle if someone keeps me quiet, Sarah, you know?
I believe in you. I believe you can do it.
I believe I can fly.
Yeah. And we're wing walking.
Yes. Yeah, the 14th of May, Mum. I need to go down there, Mum.
Well, that's the thing as well with the wing walk. Anyone can come and support as well. So it's not just, you know, you can invite as many friends and family as you want, and we can get as many CASPA supporters down there because they've got a whole amazing area where we can watch and scream and cheer and shout and, you know, really get behind everyone. So it will be, they've got a cafe there as well, and yeah, a museum, and really nice little day out.
Mum says, where is it?
There's a museum too, isn't there, with the planes?
Yeah. Great. It's the kids love it. Absolutely love it. Watching all the planes and, you know.
Yeah. Sarah. My beautiful Sarah. Mum says, where is it?
William.
Mum says, where is that when walking? Is it head school, Mum?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Mum says we know where that is, Sarah. Yeah, stick it on the calendar, Mum. You know
it's
what?
a head cone, so
yeah, and it's gonna be really fun, isn't it, Sarah? Keeping me quiet from a whole day.
I reckon we can do it. And I reckon we can wind you up as well.
Can I just sign language? I know how to sign language, Sarah.
No, you can't do sign language, especially not rude one.
I'll just be on my phone. I'll just be on my phone watching Netflix or YouTube for the whole day. That keep me quiet.
No way. You are not allowed to do that. Mum will make sure of that. Mum wants to see you suffer. Mum wants to see you not able to talk to anyone and everyone talk to you.
No, Mum says a happy boy and a happy life. That's what Mum says. Right, Mum?
Yeah.
Mum agrees with me, Sarah. She does.
Does she? Oh, well, we're still going to torment you because it's what we do, right? You torment me. I can be in the cafe having all these meetings, and the minute Will walks in, he's in my meeting. Everyone, aren't you?
Yeah, everyone knows me. everyone knows me, don't they, Sarah? And to
Yep,
yeah,
you're famous.
that even you know, I've got the mare on speed dial, Sarah. The mare, and you know Hannah, the mare of Bromley. I've got her number.
I think my thing's really behind, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah. You froze. She's froze. It's all good.
well, I just took to you, Lucy. How have you been anyway?
Yeah, all good. I thought I'd let everyone know as well that we've raised £30. Thank you for the donations so far. So if anyone would like to donate, you can see the link at the bottom of our page just there, the green banner going across. And please do donate anything you can.
Yes, and you know you were saying about you were saying about green for the day, Lucy.
Yes, we're green to be seen.
Yes, and I've got a few green shirts, and I'm going to be wearing them on that day, Lucy.
Yay! 31st of March, get them out.
Go on, Mum, wear your green top for CASPA, Mum.
Oh, is it another day then?
Yes, it's another day. All the money goes to CASPA, Mum.
Another day. We've got
Mum's
too many days.
Mum's doing it with me. She is.
Yay.
She's wearing green. Well, she's still working from home, Lucy, you see, because she's working 9 to 5 every day.
What a way to make a living.
Yeah.
This work is never done, is it?
Oh, yes, Mum. Mum says, Mum says,
A woman's work.
a woman's work is never done. But what would we do with our mums, Lucy?
Exactly. What would we do without our mums?
Well, I'll not be stuffed, Lucy, you know.
You'd be stuffed. Oh.
Yeah.
Lucy?
Yes. Hello, that's Miss Sarah. Are you back in the room? I think the
Rose again. She's looking very confused.
yes, it's Sarah's frozen. She's not loose. You know, I've got one true friend. Me and Mikey known each other since we was 7, Lucy.
Oh no, she's gone. She's left us.
Oh, that's all right. It could be the Keeman Will Facebook Live, wasn't it, Sarah? Anyway,
Oh no. Where's she gone?
she's gone abducted by Mars.
I can't do Kim and Sarah's 12 hours without Sarah.
Well, if I say you don't need Sarah, you've got me, babe.
Yeah, you can't leave now.
Oh, we so.
Is she going to come back?
I don't know. Let's just chat, you know, pass the time away. So what did you get for Christmas, Lucy?
Well, first of all, I hate to tell you this, but my name's Kim. But I can see that Lucy is a big part of your life because she's CASPA Lucy. We all love CASPA Lucy, don't we?
Hey, we all love CASPA Lucy. Sorry, Kim, I just get muttered, you know.
That's all right. Lucy is coming on later, though. I'll give you that. She is coming later. So when she comes on later, I'll have to get you back on as well, and you can
with a different shirt.
With a different shirt, exactly. So you can show your love for Lucy then. Is that all right?
Yes. Kim, did you get any nice Christmas presents this year?
Oh, yes, I did. I got some lovely. I got some running shoes because I like to go for a run. So I got some
Did
nice.
you?
Yeah, I got some nice running trainers. What about
Yeah.
you? Did you get anything nice?
Well, yeah, I got some money, I got beer, I got socks, I got chocolate, I got Chelsea stuff. Because, you know me, Kim, I love my Chelsea, you know. And
Ooh.
I even got a Nando's card from a box. Me,
Hi, Sarah. She's back.
she's back in the room all night long.
Right, save the karaoke for later, William.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, she's gone again.
she's,
Oh no.
This is going well, isn't it?
Oh no. 12 hours of this. Oh no.
Could you imagine if me and you was doing it for 12 hours? That would be fun, Kim.
Would it be fun? Oh well, I'm glad
Yeah.
that you would enjoy that.
Yes, and Kim,
Yes.
my doggy wants to come on and say hello to everyone.
Your doggy? Oh yeah, bring him on.
Yeah, he's called Barney, and last night he slept in my bed last night.
Oh, where is he? Where is he?
He's gone up for his walk. So next time I'm on, I'm gonna bring him on.
Amazing. Can't wait. I think Sarah might be back now. You say something to us, Sarah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just quite behind, aren't I?
Yes, you are, Sarah.
Jason has just put that we need
So
to start.
what was you saying about me?
I mean,
No!
well, Sarah is wonderful. She's kind. She deserves a prize. She deserves a knighthood from the king. That's what we
Okay, so what did you actually say? Because I know it wasn't any of that.
Yes, it was. Wasn't it, Kim?
Look at the face on him. Of course it was.
Sarah's very cheeky.
It wasn't that Sarah's annoying, horrible.
No. I mean, would I say those things? I think no. I'm not. I'm not that sort of the guy, Sarah. Hello, is it me you looking for? No, it's Sarah's on the wild. That's Lionel Richie.
Well, you think you're Lionel Richie now, do you? So, well, William, I think we're going to chuck you off now. Gone again, yeah. I don't know. Have I gone? Am I back?
You're here.
So, we're going to kick you off and start your challenge.
Yes.
Maybe we shouldn't kick you off because otherwise Kim might be on her own.
So, do you want me to leave now?
Yep, you're going to leave and keep watching because we're going to give you only a 5-minute warning.
Yes. That's going to be fun.
And if you
they're already for me, Sarah.
Little face.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, he's gone.
It's gone instantly.
He's gone.
So,
he's gone.
am I still frozen?
No, you're here. You're a bit blurry, but you're all good. Might be the sun.
Spend my life being blurry.
Just living in a blur.
No. Is that any better?
Yeah. Right.
I'll just try not to move. I'm literally right by my Wi-Fi unit and it's not helping me out here. So I'm really sorry if I freeze, Kim.
That's all right. Do you know what it is? Because you live in the sticks, don't you? You live in the countryside.
Literally. I'm surrounded by woods and that's about it. But it's all good. We love it. So where are we up to? So we got up to May, didn't we?
We did, and I actually missed one out in May as well. We've also got it'll be the first of May, the bank holiday Monday. I know it clashes with 4 days for CASPA, but if you did want to just do, a 10K instead of however many miles, then they have got the Vitality 10K running through London, which you can sign up via their website and raise a bit of money for CASPA whilst doing a little 10K through the centre of London if you wanted to. I actually did it last year and it was good fun. And I know that there was a group of others that did it as well, wasn't there? It was it Zusha and Jade? I'm going to end up talking to myself, aren't I?
Yeah.
God.
Sorry. Is it not working? I'm trying to join from my phone now.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right.
There's 2 Sarahs.
Two Sarahs. One was really close up and all then.
Oh, you're better now, yeah.
Now I've just got to repeat. What's going on?
Have you turned the other one off?
Right.
What's happening?
I think I've done it.
Yay! Well, you are much clearer and I can hear you.
Honestly, sorry about that. I'm just going to have to do it on my phone.
Okay.
But I can still see people's comments, so that's all good.
Yay.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening now. I thought, I'll sit in the office and then I'm right by the Wi-Fi. The kids are all upstairs. But yeah, it hasn't worked. So we're now on the phone. But it's all good.
It's all
so
fine.
sorry. You were saying about the Vitality.
Oh yeah, the Vitality Run. So yeah, on the 1st of May, first bank holiday. It's on the Monday bank holiday, and it's literally a 10K run, or you don't have to race it. Always a good laugh though. Really nice, fun run through London. So if you do want to get involved with that, that one you just have to sign up via the Vitality website, and then set up a fundraising page for CASPA. So yeah, last year Zusha and Jade and everyone, they smashed it and they raised I think it was £1,500.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. And that money really, really does help us because we don't get government funding. We don't get local borough funding direct, only if people choose to pay their direct payments through us. So, every money is raised basically or begged for through bids and trusts and foundations. So yeah, if you are doing anything this year or you want to get involved or you want to have a tea party, you want to do an afternoon tea with your friends or your family or a little raffle, please do. We're so up for it.
Definitely. We love to shout about it as well. So we can put you in our newsletter or pop you on our social media and stuff like that as well. So do let us know. You can email fundraising@caspabromley.co.uk, and one of the team, myself or anyone, will get back in touch with you. Okay. So after our ring walk, now this is very, very exciting. Okay. Talking about running, not everyone likes to run for 10 kilometers or 5 kilometers or 26 miles or whatever it is. So we have got our very own event called the Green Mile. So that is literally 1 mile and everyone wears green. We have got exclusive use of Norman Park in Bromley. And this is for anyone, and I mean anyone to get involved. Babies, dogs, toddlers, grandparents, anyone you like can come along, walk, jump, hop, anything that they want for 1 mile around Norman Park. This will be taking place on the 25th of June, and I'm very, very, very close to releasing it all this week as well. So we are got a few final details to to just sort out, and then yeah, we're going to be releasing it for everyone to start signing up and getting people to sponsor you as well, so you can set up your sponsorship pages. And yeah, it's just going to be such a good event. We've got help from a lovely local running group, my running group called Zero to Heroes in Bromley. And the lovely Lisa, who was actually, she was nominated as our local hero for Bromley this year for Christmas. So she actually turned the lights on in Bromley town centre, and just for all the work she does for the running club, and raising money for charity as well. We were a chosen charity last year for them. They raised money for us. So they're going to help us with that event as well. Yeah, it's just going to be an amazing event. Everyone's going to wear green. Everyone's going to have fun. We're going to be in the sunshine, hopefully. So yeah, 25th of June. Save the date in your diaries, because we want as many CASPA families and supporters to get involved as possible as well. I mean, Lisa's also a CASPA mum as well, so I know she knows how the charity runs and what we do and everything as well. So yeah, we've got some very exciting things. So that's June.
It's going to be brilliant, isn't it? It's like you say, you can do star jumps around it. You can you can hop the mile. You can anything. You know,
wouldn't it be fun if someone did one of those like they tie themselves together?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Like yeah, that would be so. Like I can imagine
get the CASPA staff to do that.
Yeah, Miranda and Gabby could do it.
Like the 3-legged race, but we could have like a 12-legged race.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if we could get like into the Guinness World Records as well. Walk a mile doing something.
Oh, that would be fun. Someone could do it in a potato sack, you know, like one of them, and jumping in one of those sacks. And what about like we could even do with an egg and spoon as well?
Yes,
Can they do a whole mile?
Well, that's the thing, isn't there? There is just so much you can do with that. And I'm right in saying, Kim, and correct me if I'm not, it's all flat, so it's wheelchair accessible too, isn't it?
Yeah, buggies, wheelchair, all. And I want to see dogs as well. I think it'd be really cool to get some dogs involved, especially if they wear green. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, no, that'd be brilliant. And then we're going to obviously have it sort of as covered as much as we can, but we need as many people as we can to make it a really big event.
Definitely.
You know, even if you can raise £10. £10 huge. So if there's enough of us, and also it's the community coming together, isn't it? It's us all getting involved.
Yeah.
And sort of being involved. So sorry, I'm just catching up on some of the comments. Yeah, James, you did help me sort my Wi-Fi out. Made me go on my phone. I might be able to sneak into a different room later. It depends on the kids. So thank you for that, James.
I also want to say, James, I think you're awesome too. Because he said that my friend Kim, she is awesome.
Oh, yes, she is. And yes, you are, James, too.
And I know that James loves his sign language, so I'm going to sign language this to you, James. Do you know what this means? I'm sure you do, or maybe I've got it wrong. Can you see that? What am I signing? See, answer in the comments.
Love that. And we've got TJ saying hi, TJ. Lucas, I hope you're all right as well, mate. And then William sent us about his birthday, the 3rd of June. And James's is the 28th of August. Nice.
Yay! I got it right. Singing.
Yay! Yeah, we'll have to research them in between these bits and see if we can test him. So, hi, Rishna. Yeah, we're both doing well. We're on here all day, so everyone's going to get really sick of our voices. So then they get to watch us dance and do lots of other silly things. And so when we've got our dance lessons and our Zumba, if anyone else wants to come on and join us for the dance lesson, let us know.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to that because that will get my steps in for the day as well then.
Yeah, that is the only thing when you're sort of sitting, isn't it? It's like, how many arms can you move?
We've got one more event coming up I just want to talk about quickly, which is in August. We have booked a skydive. So this is at the same place that we're doing the wing walk in at Headcombe. But this time instead, you're jumping out of a plane instead of riding on top of it. And that is on the 20th of August. At the moment, we've got quite a few spaces on that one. We've only got one person signed up, and I believe that they are a CASPA parent as well. So that's exciting. And again, it's another one for the bucket list, isn't it? To be fair, I just don't know if I could do it. I feel like
It's so good.
Oh my God, I can already think of the butterflies in my tummy, like how you would feel. Oh gosh, it's just
it's amazing. It's the when you free fall out of the plane, like, you know, when you go on one of them really fast rides and you scream but you can't scream, like you're going, but there's just nothing there. It's literally like that, and then you're just like, you go up in the parachute and it's just magical, like you're just watching everything. And there's a lion place next door, like a cat sanctuary.
Oh yes, of course.
So when you're up there, they're telling you all about how there's lions there, and all you keep thinking is, no, not falling in there, not falling in there. But you don't. Like the guys are so skilled.
Can you imagine? Oh my God!
Honestly, it's brilliant. I loved it. Absolutely, I'd do it again. But I'm doing wing walking. So I can't be greedy. But I think my husband might be doing the
same. I think Matt will do it. I think that's on his list to do as well. So I think
See, Dave hasn't really got a list, but I have got a list for him. So I'm like, come on, if I'm doing 40 before I'm 40, I'll just add to your list of. Obviously, he's much older than me. He's not, but I like to tell him.
Mine's 6 years older. Right, so that's all of our events for the year. So we've got loads of exciting things. So if there is anything that stands out to you there, please do get in touch. We do have spaces on wing walking and skydiving, and the Green Mile will be released later this week as well. So we can start to get people signed up for that as well. So very, very exciting. Shall I see if we've raised any more money yet?
Yes, please. And then I can talk about, so those sort of events that Kim's just touched base on are the sort of sponsorship type events. We also have more events like the ball and that sort of thing, and we'd love for you guys to put on some events for us. You know, we used to have a wonderful mum, Ali, who done a fantastic evening and had a tribute act. It was Bruno Mars was the one I went to, and arranged all of it. There was a venue, the buffet, Bruno Mars. We all got to dance and sing, play a few games and a raffle. And it was fantastic. It was such a lovely opportunity for, you know, to go out. Because I was, when we went on the staff do last night, we was all going, we just don't go out anymore. Like once kids and just expenses and things. So it was really nice to know you're going out and you're raising money for a charity. And obviously an amazing charity. So it's even better. So yeah, if anyone would like to sort of think about doing an event for us, you know, a quiz night, anything like that, please definitely get in touch. We're looking at doing a summer soiree after the huge success of the ball. So we're looking at doing a summer soiree with cocktails and hopefully sunshine, which is obviously something we can never ever really plan for, but we are hoping. So we'll let you know on the date on that. And then save the date, 25th of November is the CASPA ball, and we are going back to what's it called?
Oakley House.
That's the one. Thank you. I'm going Oakland. No, to Oakley House. So we can increase our numbers again, because it was horrible having to say no to people last year. But unfortunately, Oakley House didn't have availability for us because of the backlog of COVID. So we've secured a date. We're going back. So that will all, you know, in time be released. I'm sure there's probably much more that's going to come to us throughout the day that we know we've got going on.
This year is crazy. There's so much happening.
It's exciting, isn't it?
It is exciting. I was talking to someone recently as well who mentioned, had a really good idea. Maybe not for this year, but maybe next year. Maybe like a ladies' day, like Ascot or Aintree or somewhere like that. Like somewhere. Because you were just saying, wouldn't it be lovely to get like the mums and, you know, and the staff, CASPA staff, dress up and actually do something different and go and be away and just enjoy that time. I think that the whole importance of CASPA is togetherness, isn't it? It's bringing people together, and like you said, the days out, being together, it's just like, let's go and have some fun. Oh, Kim, you've got a request there from Mr. James. I'm not sure if you can see it in the comment. Can I join karaoke on the live at 5 o'clock because we go out at 4:30? Is it okay with you? I think we can fit you in, James. Don't you worry.
We'll make sure. What song do you want to sing, James? And maybe we can get it lined up for 5 o'clock for your arrival.
Yeah.
Have a think about. I've only got one earring in. Sorry. I just realised. Let me take one out. Nothing like being on a live and realising all these things that you've done wrong. Right, so we have the wonderful Michaela coming up. I don't know if I'll be able to see her. I'm hoping I will. I've never done it on my phone. I might see if I can go back into the on the computer. What do you reckon?
Give it a go.
If it goes funny again, I'm sorry, and I'll get out as quickly as I can so you don't get the feedback. You might have to mute this one.
When there were 2 Sarahs, God, nobody wants that, Sarah.
Nobody wants that, believe me. Even I don't want that. That messes with my brain. Right, I'm going to mute the phone one.
Cool. Hello. Oh no.
Hang on.
Oh, I love that, James. Sign language to a million dreams. Oh God, I'm now on my own. I think this is dream, isn't it? Is it dream or dream?
Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. Right, I'm here. Right. That's me trying. This is my technical ability. We've got the wonderful Michaela. Michaela is in our waiting room. I'm going to bring Michaela on. Michaela's really, really, really special. She's a really, really incredible lady. So let me just work it out. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. So Michaela, Kim.
Hello.
Hi.
Michaela, I'm just going to do a little bit about you and tell everyone how incredible you are. So Michaela, we met as a parent. Well, I actually went to school with Michaela. And then I met Michaela at Tots as a parent with the most absolutely beautiful boy, Phoenix, who is just delicious. He come to CASPA for a while, didn't he? Done Tots and then Juniors, but Juniors didn't necessarily work out for him, did it?
No.
It wasn't the right fit.
No.
So Michaela was kind of, well, I'm going to shut up now and pass over to you. But Michaela's awesome, so everyone tune in.
So I have Phoenix. He's 9 now, and he went to Tots. And actually, our daughter, who was like 3 days old, came to Tots.
Yeah.
She was born whilst he was at Tots. And I am a teacher, and I recently have become a special needs teacher. And I was talking to one of the parents, and they were saying how they find respite really difficult to get because their child has got very complex needs, and it's very difficult to find somebody to look after them who understands the complexity of their needs. And so I went home and thought about that and thought, you know what, CASPA and Riverside are the only 2 places I know of in the borough that offer any kind of respite to children who have got additional needs. And actually, those children who have got complex needs, who are still in nappies at 10, are not a pre-verbal, have behaviours, there's nowhere for them to go. And so I set up Zap Kids Club, which is after my 3 children. And we ran our first session in the October half term, where we had 32 children over the 5 days, all children who have got complex needs. Most of them are nappy wearers, Most of them are non-verbal or pre-verbal. And we had an absolute blast. We were doing lots of Halloween crafts, and we went outside. We played lots of games, and and the response we got from the families at the end of the week was so incredible, because some of them, like one of them had said, I managed to go and sit in Costa and have coffee on my own for an hour and wasn't worried about my child. And that is why I did it, because we're very lucky that we've got a very supportive family, and we can have respite if we need it. If we want to go out, my mum or my husband's parents will always look after Phoenix, and that because they understand him. But if you don't have a family around you and you don't have that support network, it's very difficult to leave our children with somebody that you trust, because a lot, if they can't talk, then that makes, I think, the situation harder, because you'll never really know what's gone on, So the overwhelming sense of relief from families was amazing. And so we then did it again just before Christmas. So we had the 2 days before Christmas, so parents could go Christmas shopping, or get their Christmas food, or take siblings to see Santa. Or the siblings also miss out a lot of the time, especially, like, I know my younger two, there's lots of things that we can't always do if we've got Phoenix with us, because he doesn't like it, and it's not fair to force him into these traditional things that you do if he's not going to enjoy it. So this time Phoenix went to my club, actually, and I took the younger two to see Santa, so that they could still experience those things that neurotypical children experience. And we had 40 children at Christmas, 20 on each day. And it's been the most incredible journey so far, and I'm so excited to continue this year. I've been approached actually by a special school in a different borough, who have asked me if I would like to run some sessions at their school too. So I'm in talks with them. So hopefully, it will appeal to a much wider audience than it has already. But I've met the most incredible children and the most incredible families, and I love every second of it. So,
and what I love is that's how CASPA started, right? It was parents saying there's nothing for my kids.
yeah,
No one's doing anything about it, so we're going to do something about it. It's exactly what you've done. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's so sad that the amount of children in the borough with additional needs, yet nobody offers anything. It's so sad, and in the summer, like my middle daughter, she could have gone to about 20 different clubs over the summer. Phoenix couldn't have gone to any, and it was like, well, hang on, let's make it a bit more inclusive for everyone, shall we?
Yeah.
Because although they say that they'll take children with additional needs, they would not take my Phoenix. He's too complex for them. So, but now there's a place for them to go, because we'll always have them. I'll take anybody.
Yeah, no, I love that. And that's what it's about, isn't it? It's like, so for us, like Casper, we don't have the purpose-built building. So,
No.
The schools have all those lovely, wonderful touch buttons to get you in and out of doors. We don't have that. So we have to say we can't keep your child safe. And that's the most important thing, isn't it? Is the safety. Yeah. And like you say, it's, and I'm sure you've heard this from your parents as well. It's, they don't have to do a walk of shame about what's happened.
No.
Oh, hang on, I've just pressed something. Have I disappeared? Am I still on it? Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, trying to do something on my phone made me do something. Kim 17661. Sorry, Kim's where I'm having technical difficulties, and we can't reply to comments because I'm on my phone. So Kim's now trying to log in as me because she's got internet. So do you want to come off of here, Kim?
Hang on, say that again for me.
17661.
17. Oh no, it's saying that's wrong.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. 1 moment. I'm useless at this. 176661.
Okay.
I missed a 6. Sorry. I bet you got a right close up of my face then as well, didn't you? So your parents, I imagine, must say the same. How they don't have to worry when they come and pick them up that you're going to be like, oh, it was awful, they done this, they done that, because it's not like that.
No, we don't ever phone anyone to come and pick their child up. You know, it's they've got special needs. They're going to do things that neurotypical children don't do. But like you say, I'm very lucky in that because I am a teacher at the particular school, I can hire the facility. So we've got a sensory room, we've got a lovely store area. So the children,
I don't think it's luck, Michaela. I think you've made that happen, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
And you've made that happen for the families. So, like, huge pat on the back to you. And I think we just need to shout about it, because all these families that, like you say, are sitting there like, you know, and for any kids with additional needs, you know, the break in routine is probably the hardest.
Yeah.
And as a family, you can sometimes sit and dread half terms and summer holidays and Christmas periods because of the change of routine. It just really upsets the family situation and the stress it causes. So the fact that, you know, people can come to that, it's not funded. You're not funded by anyone, are you?
No, well, no, I'm not funded by anyone. However, I do have some incredible friends who went up to local businesses in the area and they did sponsor us. So we did get about sponsorship money. And Harper's, actually, especially Harper's, have said every time it's on, come back. We will sponsor every half-term club.
Love that.
So it's amazing, actually, the support that if you ask for it is out there. So we managed to get funding, and we funded October half term. I funded 8 children to come for either a day or 2 days, and then Christmas we had 9 funded children. So,
absolutely phenomenal. And I saw when we said about you coming on here, because we've been planning to do this for a long time. We've just never sort of tied it up. The forum, the Children's Family Forum, we need to get you to be a member of that, because they often have funding for your kids particularly.
Ellen messaged me about that, actually, so I'll definitely get this year.
Yeah, have a look on them on socials, because you know they'll be a great support. And also I'm going to put you in touch with a few people from the borough I've been talking to about yourself, because we need to get you out there. You know, it's for our families, and it's incredible what you're doing. We're so grateful, because, you know, CASPA, and the same for you, you know, special needs, you can't just lump all special needs in one group.
No.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. And I think that's where I am different, in that the children who we have got much more complex needs. You know, they're so like Phoenix. It's like being in a room full of my son. It's bizarre, but and I think, like, a lot of people say to me, oh, don't you get sick of like being a teacher with special needs kids and then going home? And but it actually makes me a better teacher, I think, because I love those children because they remind me of my own son. So like, I love them as much as I love my son, you know. And I think,
and it's nice being able to give an opportunity, right? It's nice being able to, you know, see that parent walk off happy rather than fearful, because you've walked those shoes, you've done that walk.
I live that every day, you know, and I think that's what I've got. A lot of what I've got in common with families that come to Zap is I totally get them. Sometimes, like, some of them have been late to club and they're like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, please don't apologize. Sorry doesn't exist here. You don't need to apologize. You're late because your son or your daughter had issues getting in the car. That's absolutely fine. I know what it's like.
Yeah.
Even
and like you say, it's not even being late, is it? You got here when you could, and as long as you're here, we get to see you and work with you, and that's amazing.
That's it. Yeah, that's all. You know, all I want is for the children to come, have a great time, but more importantly, the family have that much needed respite. You know, it's so hard when you're a special needs parent. Only special needs parents get other special needs parents.
Yeah,
and you need that break. Sometimes you just need a break, and it's not because you don't love your child or
no.
When you live in that world, you need some mental, you know, de-stress. And I think that's why I set it up. I was talking to a mum who said to me that she hadn't had a break, like she'd been with her son for 3 years because she didn't have anyone to look after him. She didn't have any family close by. And I just thought that is just unacceptable. Like, it's not fair. And so he was fully funded. He came for 3 days and was fully funded. And she went and got a haircut. She had got her nails done. She took her daughter out. And it's little things like that that really make it for me. Yes, I love being with the children, and they are my absolute world, those children. But it's the much needed respite that makes me happier, I think, because I've been in the shoes. I know what it's like. Sometimes you do need a break, and know what someone you trust, because trust is a huge thing with special needs community, you know.
Especially like you say, when they're pre-verbal or non-verbal, you don't know. They can't tell you anything.
Yeah, and I am so incredibly lucky to have the most amazing team. They're all special needs, either teachers or TAs. They just totally get it. They love them. They love them. Especially at Christmas, like when it was on again, the same children come through the door, and we had 12 new children come as well, and they were like, "Oh, my babies!" and was cuddling, and the families were so, you know, relieved. They were like, "Oh, okay, I'll see you." And so it's been the most incredible thing I've ever done in my life, and I can't wait to see what this year brings.
Oh, definitely. I can't wait to see you grow. And for me personally, I'm so thankful that you've set this up, because it is so hard, you know, when you're running a club, and not that kids don't fit, it's more we can't fit for that child, unfortunately, because of whatever. So, and it's horrible saying no to a family. But we've got to make sure they're safe, right? That's our first thing. And if we can't do that, we can't accept them. But telling the parent no when they're just a little bit hopeful there might be something.
Yeah, it's hard.
And now we're like, right, so we need you to go to Michaela's club. Let's go to Zap, you know, and it's fantastic. And also, I need to get you in touch with Jenny from Destiny's Child. I'm not sure if you've met Jennifer. Absolutely fantastic. Jennifer, they do quite a lot of short break stuff. Probably the in between the CASPA and you kids.
Okay.
So the three of us together, I think, you know, we definitely need to meet up, have a chat, work through, and then we can just keep referring to each other so that every child in this borough can go somewhere.
Yeah, because why should they? What makes them any different to anyone else?
Exactly that.
That is my thing. You know, your difference makes no difference to me, and that is, you know.
So no, for me, I'm so excited. I'm so glad we could get you on, and thank you so much. I let text Michaela, like, do you fancy it? Michaela's like, yes, I'm there.
Absolutely.
Michaela, do you have like social media and
yes?
All that kind
So
of
stuff we've got a Facebook page, which is Zap Kids Club, and Zap Kids Club, and we've got a website. You can get all the information. It's zapkidsclub.co.uk. What?
Kim's gonna add all that and tag you in everything.
Zapkidsclub.co.uk. Yeah, I think my husband did set a Twitter page up, but I don't know how to use Twitter. What, darling? Do you want to come and say hi?
Now this is gonna make me feel old. Phoenix. Oh, look, that's the gorgeous Phoenix we was talking about.
Yeah, wants his iPad.
Love him.
Yeah, so but I don't know how to use it, but yeah, I the website is probably the best place to get in contact. There's a contact form on there, all the information like about the types of activities we do, the children. There's lots of photos on there from club. So yeah, anything that you need to know, please just do get in contact with me. I will reply to you all. Yeah, and that's
do you know if are you doing anything in the February half term?
So at the no plans for the February half term because we're going to Butlins, favourite place.
Do you know what? It's funny you say that because we've just booked to take our 18 plus there to Butlins for a long weekend.
Oh, good there, yeah. Phoenix is obsessed with it. He goes to Butlins every day. He asks for Butlins every day. And it's, do you know what? It's easier to take him there than it is sometimes to go abroad because there's just much to do there as there is in Spain, and
Most definitely, and it's all in one place, isn't it?
exactly.
Which
So
is nice.
he loves it there. So a few of the girls said they would run it in the February half term, but I don't know. I feel like I should be there as it's my thing. So,
Yeah.
but definitely the 2 weeks of Easter. The first week we're running for the 4 days before Good Friday, and then the second week we're running the Tuesday to the Friday. So there'll be 8 days.
Amazing.
Yeah, but not at the February half term. No, unless
Amazing.
girls could convince me to let them run it.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Well, no. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Michaela. We're
No, very
keep
much.
tagging away, and we're going to get you out there. And then I'll get an email going with me, you, and Jen, and we can just sort of all catch up and work out who, what, where, when, so we can all direct the right people to the right place.
Yeah.
And shout from the rooftops that we're all doing it independently.
That's it. Yeah, independent borough that should be supporting us, but
we're all also up for funding. If the borough have got some funding they'd like to put our way,
absolutely,
we're all up for it because it's for our kids, right?
That's it.
And our families.
That's it.
So, yeah. No, well, thank you so much. So lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you.
Give
nice
the kids a big
you.
squidge.
I
And
will.
We'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, how wonderful is that? Oh,
That's so cool. That is really.
It's just so nice that it's not nice that parents have to do it, but it's nice that they are doing it, because that's exactly how CASPA started.
Yeah. Well, so remind us, what year did CASPA start?
So CASPA was in 2003. It officially became a charity, but it sort of started. Yeah.
So this is our 20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
So we need to do something.
We do. So yeah, it's all been a bit mad, isn't it? That we're sort of like, we're not getting time to stop and think. But yeah, so it started in 2002. Group of parents, nothing for their kids. Their kids didn't fit into the, like Michaela was just saying, really, didn't fit into all the other mainstream clubs. They'd say they'd accept special needs and additional needs, but when our kids got there, they wasn't accepted. So it was like, you have to come and get your child and things like that. So parents set up a group, and then they sort of was running this group. Parents were in one room, having a wonderful time, meeting people like-minded in similar situations that completely get it. And then there was the kids that were sort of sitting in another room, not really engaging with each other. Obviously social skills is the main struggle. So then sort of Helen came in, Bernie, and then Miranda, Dan, myself, and then it sort of turned into a charity just before I started. And then it's been going ever since, and we're going from strength to strength, and we're sort of, there's still so much more we want to do and so much more we can achieve, but money's hard, right? That's why we're here today doing this on our Sundays.
Well, speaking of which, Sarah, I suppose I could take this moment to say that I know we've spoken about things where people can fundraise for us and do things like that, but if that's not your cup of tea, then there are things that you can do to help CASPA without having to actually physically raise the money. We have got a nominate us at the moment with an insurance company where we could win £15,000, and it literally takes 2 seconds. So I could actually, let me find the link and I will post that as well, where you can just go on and nominate us, and it there's loads, and we've got another one as well with Asda. We've got Aviva funding as well. Aviva have matched we've I think we've got 5,300 from Aviva match funding, which is amazing. There's things like that. There's also things like shopping through Amazon. If you shop via Amazon, there's a thing called Amazon Smile. Select us as your charity, and that's free money. It's not your money. It's Amazon's money. It doesn't cost us anything, and we get donations via Amazon Smile. I think just myself alone this year with Amazon Prime has probably donated a good amount. And there's also other things as well, a bit like it's like something that you install on your phone or on your laptop, called Easy Fundraising, and you literally shop via these websites. So all of the big stores are on there. Argos, Sainsbury's, all, you know, anything you can imagine. If you just type it in, all the big shops are on there. If you shop online via those, then a percentage of what you shop goes back to CASPA as well. So that's easy fundraising. I will just find that link for nominating us, because that runs out in like a week.
And do you know what else, like you say, Kim, it's the nominating us, but also sharing the nominate us to friends, families on your Facebooks, commenting on our Facebooks. Now Kim is the queen of this. I'm not very good at all this, but Kim explains it to me. She tries to explain it to me in a way that I get it. So it's very basic. So Kim will talk to me about algorithms, but she won't talk to me about algorithms because I wouldn't get it. But what Kim will say is, you know, the way Facebook works and Meta and all of that lot, if people aren't commenting on Facebook posts and things, they don't get seen. So we may have 1,500 followers or something, but only 5 might see that because of the complexity of the algorithm, which I don't get. So yeah, if you see it, comment, put, oh, this is great, you know, hi, anything. It helps sort of boost it so that others can see it. Sorry, Amber's just written a message. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Amber promised me she was going to get up early as well and watch it. Right, that's it. You're in trouble, Amber. I'm around my friends for a sleepover. Well, that's a really good excuse. I'll let you have that one.
Sorry, I'm freezing here. Now I'm going on to this other website.
So, yeah, you've only missed an hour, Amber. Don't worry, we'll get you back on. My only thing is, Kim, I need to run and get a charger in a minute. But we're, because I'm on the phone, I can't look on my phone for who's up next. So we've got Lee's on at 11:30, isn't it?
That's right. Yes, Liesel's coming on at 11:30.
Brilliant. So shall we do our first 5-minute warning?
What, for William?
Shall we do it?
Let's do it. 5 minutes, William.
Right, it is now 11:21. We need you on here at 11:26 in a new shirt, William. Go, go, go.
Also, let's keep that momentum coming for the fundraising, because we're on £30 at the moment. So the link is across the bottom of your feed there, and you might notice there that I've put, if we can raise £500 by 7 o'clock tonight, Sarah will reprise Barbie Girl.
Yeah, okay. I just saw that. I was just looking because on my phone it's all a bit different, and I was just like, "What is that?" And then I was like, "Thanks, Kim."
You're very welcome.
Honestly, between yourself and CASPA Liz, I'm so grateful for this, because it was CASPA Liz that opened her beautiful mouth that made me have to do it in the first place on a Facebook Live, and then the wonderful Kim stuck it in the the schedule of what we're doing today. And then I was like, I saw that, and Kim was like, oh yeah, it's posted, you've got to do it now. No. So but with your help, Kim, I reckon I could do it better, because it took me so long to find the music, and then I was so out of time.
You'll be fine. You've got a singing lesson before that, and also the kids are going to do your makeup, so maybe they could do you up like Barbie.
Do you know what the thing is? I think they'd actually really enjoy that. I think even Dave wants to come in and get involved in that one. He was like, all right, we could do this. So yeah, we're up for it. It's all for a giggle, right? Isn't it? It's all about raising awareness, raising a bit of money, having fun, and connecting with people. So it's lovely to have them.
Definitely.
Yeah. So Amber's saying it's been 6 years since she joined CASPA.
Oh wow.
Like, it's incredible. We're so lucky to be part of these guys' lives. Like, we was on the staff do last night, so that we had Ryan. So at the minute, how long have I been here for, Alfie? Me and Kim. Hi, Ellen. How are you? So I've been at CASPA for, I think it's 17, nearly 18 years.
Wow.
I'm very, very, very old. I mean, young. I mean, yeah, long time. Well, Kim, you've got like a 2-pronged CASPA, because you've sort of been involved.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah. On and off, yeah, for a couple of years really, doing bits and bobs, and now I'm a full-time member of staff. Yeah. So it's and that, yeah, no, I've got a good, I'd say 2.5 years maybe.
Yeah, probably even a bit longer because you were sort
Yeah.
of always sort of supported Casper
Yes.
before through sort of being at the LBDA and all things like that.
Yeah.
And done shows and things. So you've always been a supporter of Casper.
Yeah.
And yeah, come on and done singing and all sorts.
Mm.
Oh, Alfie, you're asking the live. We're on the live till 10 o'clock tonight. Are you coming on with the boys later on? So let me know in the comments if you are, Alfie. It'd be lovely to see you. I was hoping you was going to get up at the ball, but you didn't. So I'm hoping everyone gets to see your wonderfulness today. So yeah, we've got the nominate us going along as well for the charity. And then there's the ASDA. The ASDA one, people can do every 7 days as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, look at this. He's 1 minute early. Let's bring him in.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello, you.
This is a good challenge, what you've set me.
Do you like it?
I love it. So I've told all my friends because I went to the gig last night and they're watching me.
Brilliant. I like this shirt you've put on though. I think this is my favourite so far.
Do you think I can go better, Sarah?
Oh, I don't know. I think you're bringing out the big guns early.
Well, I like to say, Sarah, CASPA means a lot to me. So if you want money, I can always rob a bank.
I wouldn't advise doing anything illegal. But if you happen to come across that sort of money, we'll willingly take it.
Oh, well, it's not what you know in banks, but it's who you know, isn't it, Sarah?
Well, you better start proving this. You keep telling me this.
Well, I'm going to speak to my friend Joe.
Right.
So, and I'm going to see if she can play for CASPA, but for a fundraiser, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
And all the money comes to CASPA.
That would be amazing. I met Joe. You brought Joe to the cafe, didn't you?
Yeah.
Joe's lovely.
She has a lovely time at the CASPA.
I think it's because we joined her, so the company got better rather than just yours.
Yeah, well, Joe's been in my life for a very long time, and she should get a medal from the king.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, and I think, Sarah, you need to get a medal from the king.
From putting up with you?
Well, for all the CASPA members.
I think you should get one for putting up with me.
Well, then I can have a selfie with that old king, can't I?
Well, speaking of the old king, didn't you get a Christmas card from the king?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, it was a couple of years ago, but I've been on the Princess Trust, and that's how I got to meet Philip Garfield. I need to meet Holly Willow Booby, because I think Holly Willow Booby.
You just like saying her name, don't you?
Of course I do.
What's her name, William?
Holly Willow Booby. I mean, if I can get Anton Deck to the CASPA ball, is there a spare ticket for me?
Always.
If I bring someone famous,
you don't have to bring someone famous, Will. You can just come.
Oh, sweet. So
you're not sitting on my table, though.
I'll find suit yourself. I'll just bring, hello, is it me you looking for? No, it's the one I love. You know, that's my winter, Sarah. No.
Honestly, William, you make me laugh so much. But someone said hello to you in the comments. Do you want to know who it is?
Yeah.
Helen.
No.
Helen. I've missed that girl, you know. I missed that crazy Helen, you know.
Well, she's joining me later for the omelette challenge.
So this is what I was going to say. When you do your omelette challenge, you need to have me in another shot.
Oh, we might well do. You've just got to keep your ears peeled. But we are going to have to kick you off now because we've got some special people in the waiting room.
Like me or Mr. Lionel Richie.
Mr. Lionel. We love Mr. Lionel. Bring him on.
Yeah. I can't bring.
But Helen's just said she misses your cheeky face.
Yeah, and she's very cheeky, you know.
So make sure you watch her later, but make sure you cheer for me. Because Helen, you're going down.
What happened? What happened?
Challenge.
What
right,
happened?
Will, we will see you soon.
I'll see you soon.
Make sure you're listening. Be good. Bye, Will.
Bye.
Right, I've got to find a charger. My phone is literally pinging at me. So, Kim, I'm going to bring these two wonderful people in. Then I'll go off the screen and run and grab a charger, and I'll come back.
Okay,
so
fine.
We
Sounds
have
like a
got
plan.
the incredible Jenny and
Hello.
Liesl.
Hi.
So these
Hello.
two are just incredible human beings. One, because they work at CASPA. That obviously makes them incredible. Jenny has been a lifelong member at CASPA. Oh, Jenny's gone.
And she's gone.
She's gone. Where's she gone? Oh, Jenny, you've turned your camera off, I think. So yeah, that's the only thing when you're on here, isn't it, Lisa? You start looking like, oh no.
Yeah, like
I realised I only had one earring in for like 30 minutes of it. I was like, oh, I better change that.
very
So Liesl is our incredible HR manager, who has to deal with me probably the most HR wise and keep me in check. But Liesl, you've come on to talk about late diagnosis, autism in females presented at birth and things. But I'm just going to run and get a charger. So I don't know if you just want to sort of both of you say a little bit about yourselves, and then I'll be back. So over to you, Jenny. Do you want to say a bit about who you are and a bit about your diagnosis?
Well, yeah, I'm a lot as
Sorry, I took Liesl off and not me.
Hang on, I can get you out, Sarah.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, as Sarah said, I'm a long-time CASPA member. I've been a member of CASPA since I was about 15, and I'm 29 now. So, yeah, I work in a special school
Amazing.
as a teaching assistant. And yeah, I was diagnosed at about 6 or 7 years old, which I've come to understand is very early for a girl on the spectrum.
Yeah, definitely. What was that in school that you were diagnosed?
No, yeah, my mum took me to see an educational psychologist, but I think school had noticed some traits as well, but it was primarily my mum driving it.
Okay. So it's there.
Sorry, I'm back. I've got my charger now.
Sarah's coming back.
Yeah, I've got for some reason, I've got no Wi-Fi on my laptop, but I have on my phone. So, who knows? So, Liesl, tell us a bit about you.
Do HR for CASPA and a little bit of operations. And as we found out last night, I'm the only rogue cowboy who entered the CASPA dynasty from the outside. Everybody's related.
Liesl couldn't get her head around it.
CASPA.
It was so funny. Everyone was like, "Oh, yeah, so
No,
this person knows this person," and Liesl's like, "What? You're blowing my brain, literally." So you're the cowboy that's got to rein us all in.
Like, we should do the family member tree. I think it would be quite fascinating. But yeah, so I do HR for CASPA, and I randomly found the advert on the internet on Facebook, and I thought, ooh, HR and autism. And unlike Jenny, who was diagnosed quite young, I got my diagnosis in 2019, when I was 36.
Yeah.
And that's after sitting on kind of thinking that I probably am autistic and being told that for 2 years. So it took a whole 2 years for me to actually go and think it myself. So it's nice when your parents kind of help you through that when you're younger. It's slightly harder when you're an adult and you have to try and backtrack all of your experience, and present that. So it's quite hard to get a diagnosis as an adult.
It's a very long waiting list as well, isn't it? It's
Yeah, it took a while. I think mine was 18 months, and that was pre-COVID. So I think it's even longer now. I don't know, speaking under correction.
okay. So with the diagnosis, how does it feel receiving a diagnosis later in life?
It's quite liberating from certain things that you put yourself through, but I don't know if that's true for everybody's experience. And it would be interesting to see how Jenny's experience compares. So I've been doing a lot of retrospective thinking of, things I did and habits I had and ways of coping that I'd never understood as being autistic traits. Whereas I don't want to speak for Jenny, whereas you've kind of, I hope, been able to kind of go, oh, it's because I am autistic. I do these things and these are my needs and about myself
maybe frozen.
that aren't fixable, but they're like, so this is like, it's a bit of a mind-blowing experience.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I can't really remember a time before. I mean, I was in, the SEN class for pretty much all my primary school experience. So I can't really remember a time before. But even when you are aware from a young age, you might find a group of people and that are also autistic, and you recognise certain things about yourself in them and them in you. So when I came to CASPA, there were traits I didn't realise, like, oh right, you do that too. That's part of this thing. It's not just me.
Yeah.
Liesl, can I ask?
Yes.
What made you think I think I need to go and get, I need to go to the doctors or, be assessed, or I need, what were the sort of things that stood out to you to do that?
It was out of desperation, really. Because I kept having meltdowns and I couldn't cope with certain things, and I couldn't understand how it didn't matter how much I applied myself and how hard I tried to manage, sensory overwhelm, like auditory processing stuff, that I couldn't prevent it and I couldn't stop it and I couldn't fix it. And then I think it got to the point where I had a breakdown and I was a bit like, okay, I need some validation, and I need answers, and I need to be able to communicate my needs to other people. And it's easier to do that if you have a diagnosis, because if you just randomly pitch up somewhere and you go, I'm autistic, these are my needs, they go, really? Like, where's your statement? Where's your, your proof? You don't look autistic, all of that stuff. So it was a way of getting help, and having that language of asking for the right kind of help as well, because you have a frame of reference now. So it became easier for me to take sensory breaks, and to say, I need to work from home today, or I need some deep pressure regulation. you know, rather than just going, I'm overwhelmed, I'm really tired, I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling anxious. I could ask for the right kind of help, if that makes
This
sense.
is the thing, yeah. This is the thing when you get to sort of adult age, a lot of the time, I think a lot of people are being dismissed as having depression or anxiety or something, you know, other mental health illnesses, when actually, you know, well, this is what we've heard in the past with some of our adult members as well. You know, they were being put on antidepressants or things like this when actually they needed to be diagnosed as autistic and not as being depressed.
Yeah.
Would you say
Sure.
there are, you know, are there links? How can you kind of get that across to a GP or, you know, or from your experience?
Oh gosh, yeah. In my experience, it was, I mean, it was really hard to convince my GP that I needed a referral. Like they were very skeptical about giving me a referral, and I kept being passed to different therapies. So I had CBT, I had psychotherapy, I had counseling, like, and it kept feeling like a sticking plaster, you know, like you're basically bleeding out, and people keep giving you these like tiny sessions of something to try and help you fix and cope, but you don't know what you're coping with. Whereas if you have a diagnosis, you can just say, look, I'm autistic, these are my experiences. And then they go, okay, we can get you some tailored help. So after the diagnosis, I was able to access therapy specifically to deal with anxiety. And then it's not a case of, oh, we're going to help fix your anxiety. It is, you will be living with anxiety for your entire life. So here are coping strategies to help you through it. So you kind of sit with it rather than just trying to fix it. But I have no idea how an adult who is starting from scratch gets their GP's buy-in, because they'll only really take you seriously if you're genuinely struggling, you know, having breakdowns and meltdowns. And if you're just saying, oh, I'm autistic, I need a diagnosis, they go, why? Why do you need it? Whereas if you're like Jenny, if you're in school, they need to support you in school. So you can go, they're struggling, you know, to integrate, they're struggling with sensory overload. Like, how can we put a support package in place to get them through the curriculum?
Yeah.
Adults don't help.
I imagine a common argument by GPs is, well, you've got to like your late 30s and you're, you know, reasonably okay. So why do you need, you know, you clearly haven't needed it, but perhaps it's just because you've kind of coped rather than having the problems dealt with. You've just kind of, you know, been like the swan treading water with the furious paddling below the surface, and you appear to be calm and coping outwardly, but perhaps you haven't been inside or in your private life.
Yeah, that's exactly true. So there
And
is a
also,
higher
how much,
incidence of, you know, suffering PTSD or depression.
how much masking would you say you have to do?
Who, me or Jenny?
Both of you.
Who's
Both
masking?
of you. Do either of
There
you
was
have
no
a
masking
mask
last
now?
night.
The minute the music came on, I think we all showed that, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know. I think because everybody, whatever neurotype you have, most people have an element where they behave slightly differently in different settings. So I don't know that I've ever out and out masked, but or not that I've been aware of, but perhaps I have, perhaps outwardly. But then again, that I think for me that would require an external perspective.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've behaved this way in this setting and that way in that other setting.
Yeah. How about you, Lisa?
I still do a fair amount of masking. I guess I find it harder to accept not doing that. Like, I don't know what Jenny's experience at school was, but for me, having not known that I'm autistic, didn't have any friends until I was quite old, like 12 or 13. So that fear of rejection and the fear of not being liked, because you're just different and you're saying weird things, is still there, even though I have friends who understand that I'm autistic, and I have a lot of neurodivergent friends now, which makes it easier to just say random things and go through certain thought processes and just be really quirky about the light shining in your face, or correcting people's grammar when you really shouldn't be doing that. But I've spent many years losing friends because of it. Like, I think my one, the worst example was a friend sending me a lovely letter and me returning it, having marked all of the spelling mistakes on it, which is a very bad thing to do, apparently. And I didn't understand that. So all of that is still with me. So every time I meet new people, I kind of try and hide most of it. And then the more comfortable I get, the harder it becomes to hide it. And then, people just need to be strong and cope with what's coming at them. So it's kind of a good way of finding out who can be your friend and who isn't able to kind of cope with what you
But
are and
I
how
think
you show up.
the way that you're talking, it's almost like you're blaming yourself. Whereas I think what we need to do, as a charity and as human beings, is we need to learn to be more accepting of that. And rather than a friend going, "Oh my God, why did she do that?" or that kind of thing, it needs to be, "Oh, actually, Liesl thinks differently to me, and that's okay." That's everyone's different, and we just need to be more accepting of each other and everyone's differences. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
not in.
absolutely. It's just our filters are really hard to switch off, and we have biases. So if someone is just thinking differently or behaving differently, we tend to think we tend to interpret that as suspicious. So there's quite a few autistic people who'd like walk into a shop and then they get followed because they just look suspicious or they look guilty even though they're not guilty.
Mm,
Um, I find that myself. Like, I always think, oh my God, I look so guilty. It looks like I'm taking something, but I'm not taking something. I'm perfect. Like, you're constantly processing I don't know if Jenny experiences this, but I'm constantly processing how I'm perceived in every circumstance, and then looking and feeling
mm,
more guilty for it. Because people just can't switch that off. Like, you want to reject someone who says things straightforward, or is too honest, or doesn't filter what they say. Like, it just comes out. And then you go, oh, I don't really want to spend, like, I understand they're autistic, but I don't want to spend time with them. So it's one thing to say, oh, we need to accept it. And another thing to go, okay, this person is autistic and they're likely to tell you, like I did last night to someone, what was his name? When he said full fat coke, I was like, there's no fat in coke. It's just sugar. If you don't exercise, it will translate into fat in your body. But when you're asked, anyway, so it's a person may go, oh, they're autistic and they're saying that, but it doesn't mean they want that experience. So then they will reject you anyway, because they'd rather just hang out with someone who's not going to say stuff.
I think there's a difference between kind of lack of compatibility as to humans and kind of intolerance. Though I think it's perfectly valid to say that our two personalities clash, so we don't get on, and that's okay. Whereas, I'm going to dismiss this behaviour as weird without really kind of getting to the bottom of the reasons for it.
Yeah.
I think if you've given somebody a chance and you're still not compatible, that's fine. But when you kind of dismiss them out of hand because they don't behave or think the same way as you, I think that's where the problems arise.
Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, we do have. Oh,
no.
Lisa's pressed a button. Oh no, our internet's dropped out. So what's how would you say autism is for you, Jenny? Like for other people that may be sort of questioning themselves or their selves, even get the right word.
I think it's a very difficult question to answer. I mean, I've been asked for years, how does your autism affect you? And yeah, it's not a question I find terribly easy, because I've always lived in this brain, and it's not like I have, acquired a disability or acquired a different neurotype, so I can compare before and after. But I think things like certainly as a child and even as an adult, like hyperfixations on certain media properties, like being obsessed with Star Wars or obsessed with Disney, and wanting to watch, like as a kid, I'd finish the Disney film and immediately I'd rewind the tape and watch it over again, maybe 2 or 3 times, and things like that.
I think what you said there as well, Jenny, it really sort of compounds the discussion that we often have about language around autism, and it's not a person affected with autism, it's an autistic person.
Yeah, and I think another thing in terms of like needing, I think I possibly need more reassurance that I'm doing something well, for one thing, and more clarification of instructions. Like I like to have a very kind of, if I'm working on something or whatever, give me a brief and a very clear set of instructions and a clear set of questions to answer, and then I'll be able to go.
Yeah. And I think that's what, everyone works better when it's like that, don't they? When you know what's truly expected of you.
And that's what I think with a lot of disability accommodations, they make it, I think there's a perception that they're a pain, but actually they can make it easier for everybody. Like, for example, if you have like an audio version of, say, a policy that you've got to read, I think everybody could benefit from that, not just people who are visually impaired or have dyslexia or other processing difficulties. I think it would just make it easier for people to take in that material across the board.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about that recently, haven't we, Jenny? An easy read for policies and things, because when you get presented, and I know Lisa, we sort of mentioned that when you get presented with a policy, for instance, and from a HR point of view, they're massive. It's a lot of reading, and lots of us don't do it because it's too hard. We haven't got the time. It's too much information. It's overload. The sensory side of touching the paper and things, or flicking through it on your phones, it's quite hard. And we've been talking about doing easy read guides and sort of audio guides on our policies and things too. So I think that's a really great point you brought up there, Jenny.
It would be lovely if government, I mean, in my line of work, we read lots of policies as part of our ongoing training, and they're very dry and repetitive, the way the government policies are written. So it would be really helpful for them to provide audio versions or kind of summarized versions with here's just the words that you need to read in order to be able to take in the information that will help you do your job.
No, definitely. I don't know if I can.
Yeah, you definitely make a good point there. I think ACAS who does a lot of employment law stuff, they found a way to simplify information that employers and employees needed in a way that makes it readable, so you don't ever feel overwhelmed. And I think there's something we can learn from that internally at CASPA as well, in how we shape our policies, because
Most
we're just overloaded and overwhelmed anyway. If you're neurotypical or neurodivergent, it doesn't really matter. Like, we have a lot of information constantly coming at us. So generally finding a way to simplify information would be beneficial to everyone.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of the time, you know, people say, oh, to employ someone with autism, it's hard and that. Not necessarily. It's more, you just need to be clearer in your communicating. Like, obviously, we've gone through quite a bit of change at CASPA recently, and we sort of keep coming back to that. We just need to communicate differently or better, and make it really clear and concise what's expected. And sometimes it's sort of things have to happen for us to realise it isn't right. But the boundaries of knowing the expectations and the clear guidance of what people want from you, you know, I think is paramount. And that's what people struggle with. And what I find is there's a lot of language as a neurotypical person that I use that just doesn't make sense. And I'll use like 5 words to say one thing, which is where it can overload. So I think it's like lots of lessons learned. Like I know if I talk to Lisa, I'll say things, and Lisa will summarise it in like 2 words, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I should have done.
That's what I meant.
I think I'm quite unusual as an autistic person in that respect, because I actually really love idioms. I've got a real interest in like words and language, and kind of having idioms and kind of sayings and kind of finding out about the origins, where they came from, is really interesting to me. So I've, you know, the classic trait of don't understand idioms isn't applicable.
That's not
with me. So it's, yeah, that it just shows the difficulty of explaining how autism affects you, because you can have a set of common traits, but it's almost like a pick a mix of, like, kind of like I was talking the other day about how there's a stereotype of autistic people being really good at maths and loving numbers, and that's never something that has particularly clicked with me. So I'm like,
that's why we have Vicky.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Lisa? What do you find on the idioms and things? Is it something that you understand, or?
Oh yeah, no, language, like Jenny, has always been my thing. I like playing with language. I like mixing it up and finding meaning, and I'm just trying to work out what exactly people mean when they say certain things. But I can take people too literally. Like someone, another colleague I work with, said something about on your bike, and I was like, "You have a bicycle? You cycle?" And they went, "No, it's just it's an idiom. It's a way of saying you need to leave." And I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
Yeah. Or if people say, "Oh, I'm going to do the thing now," I go, "Okay, so we'll do the thing now." And they go, "No, I meant like 5 minutes later." And you're like, "No, but you said now." So the semantics is very important. It's like, use the words you mean to use with the meaning that you attach to them. And that's a complete minefield, because what you think you're saying is not what the other person is interpreting. It's messy. It exhausts
Yeah,
me.
I must admit, the kind of using the word literally to mean figuratively is a bit of a pet peeve. Like, I'm literally falling apart right now. Well,
It's like, no, you're not. You are actually not.
Your body appears to be very intact to me.
Yeah, people don't appreciate that, Jenny. They don't. If you point that out to them, that's not the point of why it's being said, right? And then you have to like scale back and go, okay, so what you're trying to tell me, which is it's not good.
You do.
I agree with you on the numbers as well. Jesus, sorry, not supposed to blaspheme. That's the first thing that goes when my brain's on meltdown or burnout is numbers. Like even basic maths, it just that out gone.
The thing is with me, I can do it, but it takes me longer to get there. So I feel a bit under pressure, and it's a bit of like a blank thing, like all because it will take me longer than everyone else. So just I don't want to do it.
Yeah. You build up
But
resistance to that. Because numbers are abstract. Like there's no reference point for them. They're just abstract.
It's like even like when I was younger, like reading a analog clock, and I can do it, but it takes me longer now, even as an adult, because I have to look at like how like most people that I see looking at them, a glance will tell them, whereas I have to look for a few seconds longer to kind of see how far the hand is around. But mercifully, they're practically decoration now because everybody's there's so many things use digital clocks, so that it's becoming a bit obsolete anyway. So
love it. Well, I've got someone in the waiting room who I know would love to join you guys. So I'm going to bring them in, and then because this lady's it's our wonderful Helen, who I'm going to beat in a minute on the omelette challenge. But also
I was just
Helen
going to say,
loves you
are you
guys
stalling?
and would love to be involved in this chat. I know.
hello.
Talk a minute, Helen.
No sound.
See, me and Helen have still got this technical ability.
She's wearing her CASPA shirt.
Yeah, so that's last year's 4 days running chat. So we've got this year's one's going to be orange, and we're running in Essex. We'll let Helen try and work it out, but I know like these conversations. Helen put earlier in the chat about every time. Jenny always gives me masses of insights every time she speaks. Oh,
right.
You're back. You're with us.
Yes, I had some kind of weird thing on button on the computer. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm all right, although I did have a bit of a like, oh, what can I wear? Oh, I can't wear my beloved CASPA t-shirt because I am no longer authorised to do so. Running. I'm still involved. It's all right.
No, definitely. But I thought I'd bring you on with these two legends because I know obviously it's always been a conversation topic. Autism in sort of female or presenting female at birth and cisgenders and things like that. So it's a huge topic. And I wonder if there's anything you wanted to ask the ladies.
Not really. I just love hearing their perspectives, to be honest. I just love hearing different people's perspectives. I think so many of the things that, particularly that Lisa have said, obviously, Sarah's like, yep, tick, that's Helen. Yeah, she just corrected me. Are you glad I'm not there to correct all your grammar now?
I just don't write anything anymore.
Yeah, no, I just think that they're both incredibly insightful people, and I think it's really, really useful for people for you guys to have a wider audience, so that people can hear from you like real life experiences, not some kind of packaged version of what being autistic is like. It's just small insights into your lives and the way your brains work, and that whole kind of tragedy, I guess, around people thinking that it's a mental health disorder. It's actually like Jenny said, it's your neurotype, it's who you are, it's how you think. But I thought that was interesting when Kim said about us all being more tolerant, which we just all need to do. But that also goes both ways, right? So it's like every single person there, you can't just say, oh, we need to be more tolerant of autistic people. Autistic people also need to be tolerant of ignorance and of, it's like it's all round. We just all do need to do that and take people for their intentions. And that is something that Jenny's always said. I don't find it, she's always sort of taught me that she doesn't find things, or we shouldn't find things offensive, just for the sake of it. You've got to look at the person's intention. Are they intentionally saying something that is to harm you? Usually not, right? So if we get things wrong, whether it's around any of the protected characteristics, very often people are just making mistakes, or they don't know, or they're ignorant, or whatever. Yeah, it's very interesting. Anyway, yes, it's all good. I'm a little bit delicate today because we went for Saoirse's pre-drinks before you lot all then met up, and we kind of carried on. So I've just had my McDonald's because I'm definitely not eating the omelette.
No. I mean,
She knows hers is going to be awful because I'm going to beat her.
I mean, yeah, going back, like talking about what Lisa was talking earlier about the kind of the misdiagnosis and everything. I think there's an attitude about how the fact that we shouldn't be labelling people, but actually labels are incredibly useful. And you were saying, Liesl, rather than having to say, oh, I get overwhelmed or I struggle, or kind of using quite nebulous terms, then you can say, I have this, or this is like my neurotype. You have a identifier that enables you to have a shorthand for explaining the reason why you struggle with certain things, or you feel you can't do certain things that day.
Yeah.
So
there's also something around how you communicate things. Like, sorry, that's going to be clear in a moment. So if I'm saying to someone, I'm not coping, I can say it in the way that I'm saying it now, like, I'm not coping. And the people go, but you're verbal and you seem calm, so we can't trust that you saying you're not coping is that you're not coping. Like, you're just saying you're not coping in the way that people go, oh, I'm overwhelmed. The same if you go to the NHS and you go, I'm in a lot of pain right now. So my face and my voice is not matching the intensity of pain I'm experiencing. So if you don't have that, go, look, I'm in a lot of pain right now and I'm really struggling. They will go, okay, record that in the report is, oh no, she seemed, composed, and she says, I was like, no, that is literally, Jenny, because I'm autistic. So me saying that I'm struggling and me saying I'm having a hard time using a monotone doesn't mean that it's not intense, and it doesn't mean it's not urgent. It's just that the face and the experience isn't matching because of the neurotype. And you can only know that if you have the label. It's like going to A&E with kidney stones and going, hey, I'm in a lot of pain, I'm really struggling right now. And they go, oh, I think they're going to be okay, they're still walking. It's not, so it's a bit messy. And they need to know you're autistic to be able to give you the right kind of support.
And even that might be your way of coping, to kind of emotionally detach yourself. So for certain people, they might be, they might shut themselves off emotionally because they're in so much pain. So it's just a kind of shutdown.
I do that.
Sarah goes to sleep.
Yeah. I have an emotional sleep.
Oh wait, what, when you're stressed, you just fall asleep?
Wow. Anything. If I experience like a really intense feeling, I have to have an emotional sleep. Obviously, the kids have kind of ruined that, which is a little bit annoying. But like, I remember passing my driving test, and I had to go and have a sleep. My car was sitting there. I could have gone and driven it, but no, I had to go to sleep because I needed to shut down that to then feel like I'm functioning again.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it? Because, well, as well, the emotion of anxiety is incredibly tiring. So when you're anxious about something, and when the adrenaline goes, then the energy goes with it. So that's totally, I get that completely.
I could literally talk to you ladies for forever, and I think we need to do something separate.
It's time to kick us off.
Just talk. I need to beat Helen. It's got to be
what happens, Sarah, so you might as well give up.
Honestly, the funniest thing is neither me or Helen actually eat omelettes.
And we also don't cook.
Oh, didn't you know? Didn't you know that part of the challenge is that you then have to deliver them to my house?
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, I'm closer, so that's fine. I'll win. All right.
But Jenny and Liesl, honestly, thank you so much. You've been so insightful, and I think we definitely need to take these talks forward a bit more and go into more detail. Because I know, Liesl, when we was talking last night, there's lots of things you would like to say and sort of for other people to hear that could help them along their journey or to start their journey of a diagnosis. And for you, Jenny, I think, you know, parents of especially young females from an early age, that you can sort of support them and give them insights into their child's brain. So we will definitely pick this up. You haven't got away from us just yet. But I just want to say, Helen, because I know you'll really love this. Jenny told me some amazing news last night. Sorry, Jenny, I've kind of put you on the spot, but would you like to share your amazing news with everyone?
Oh yes, I'm now full-time at my main job. So yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
I'm now full-time at my main job. So
yes, Jenny. Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I would,
really.
you know, I don't blame them. I would want you full-time in my organisation or my school. 100%. Well done, Jenny. Fantastic.
Yeah,
It's really really great. I'm really enjoying the role right now, and the fact kind of opportunity to work in more departments as well.
Yeah, so it's amazing, Jenny.
I'll be tapping you up for some insights and information then, because obviously, as you know, I've just gone into education 4 months ago.
Yeah.
That sounds weird, doesn't it? I've gone into education. As in, I'm just going to school. But no, but thank you so much, ladies.
It is rather weird as an adult to work in education, because kind of you're thinking about it like your day is structured as it was when you were about 13. So,
I love that though. I love that. I think
it
makes sense, like the holidays and everything. Like you can keep that structure in your mind.
All right. Rub it in, you get 6 weeks off. Right. Thanks, Jenny and Liesl. I'll see you soon.
Lovely to speak to you.
Back on the eggs. Good luck.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Right, Helen.
What?
It's on.
Let's start.
Kim is going to be our judge.
Before you start, ladies, I've just got to say, we are so far on £75. We need to reach that £100 mark there, okay? We need to reach that £100. So if anyone watching can donate a £5 or a £10 or whatever you can afford, please do before these ladies take on this omelette challenge.
Put your hands in your pockets.
Right, I am
just got the parent thread about it.
Oh.
Right. What are the parameters? What are the rules? Do I use a big pan or a small pan? I've got both.
Oh, Dave's got me all the equipment out. My kids, you're going to see everyone in the thingy. Say hi, Lottie.
Hi.
I've got
hi, Lottie.
Tommy's on a scooter.
Oh my God, he's getting so big.
Yeah, he's not walking though, only holding something.
Oh, bless him.
No, hi. Say hi. Oh, hi.
Yeah, whatever, Mum.
Yeah. So yeah, Dave's got me stuff out.
What stuff?
Right, I've got a big frying pan. Well, I don't even know what first. I've got a Tommy. I'm going to go for a little frying pan, Helen.
Oh. So we're just going to do 1 egg?
We've got to do a dark one. Hello, darling. I'm going to have a little sous chef as well, who's going to help me.
Hello.
You want a drink? You want a bottle?
Yes.
No. Right, eggs. So what are we doing? Just an egg omelette?
Just 1 egg omelette, Kim. What are we doing?
Oh my God, I can't even cook an omelette. I didn't even know. How do you make an omelette?
I said, Kim, do you want to be in the challenge? I was like, Kim, do you want to be in the challenge or do you want to be the judge? She's like, definitely the judge. I can't cook. I was like, no, not committed, Helen.
Okay, so what we did last time. Hi, George.
So hello.
Last time We did. I can't remember if we did 1 or 2 eggs with Regan, but we had to. Just what's the fastest person to have a properly cooked omelette? Was that what it was?
Dave found milk in it.
Yeah.
What?
2 eggs, a splash of milk, and it's done.
I do not do a splash of milk in mine. I'm not watering down an omelette.
So we're going 2 eggs, salt and pepper.
Right, if it's 2 eggs, I'm going big pan.
Right, and then salt and pepper. Right. Last time we done this, I was in my old kitchen.
I know, me too.
Oh yeah, both moved.
We were both
How funny! Me and Helen both moved on the same day.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Literally, so bizarre. Right.
Take it.
I've got an induction hob. What have you
Dave,
got?
stop cheating. Stop helping. Right, that's
So
the way
Dave does the cooking at home. You know where it all
That's
goes.
not fair.
Right. Okay.
So we take it.
Yeah, I need 2 hands.
I'm just going to let you know somebody has donated £200. We're at £275 now.
Wow.
Is that the wonderful BP?
Do you know what? Everyone so far, apart from one person, everyone's donated anonymously.
Oh wow! Well, I did just have a text message from somebody to say that they was putting it in. So hopefully it was. If it was you, thank you so much. Right.
This is the best comment ever. Catherine Bird has put, it's like Sunday brunch, only better.
No one would eat ours though.
Exactly.
Right.
Right, hold
Helen.
on. No, but wait a minute. What I want to know is what are we aiming for, Kim? What are we aiming for?
Well,
Edible?
what? Something edible. Yeah, Sarah, if your kids eat it, then that's the winner.
Right, George, you eat
My
omelette.
kids just all have McDonald's.
Oh no.
George, you eat omelette.
He's scared.
I'll tell him I need him down. He's got to eat my omelette and then I win.
Come down and test mum's omelette.
Wait,
Oh,
can I do it, please? Because I hate omelette.
Omelette taste test.
Because I hate omelette.
what weird.
Someone's got to donate loads of money for that, Lottie.
I don't know.
Or do you just hate your mum's omelette? Is that what it is?
Right.
He said, do I get a week off of school if I get dysentery?
Dysentery. Coming out with big words now.
Food poisoning.
Oh, George just went. Do I get a week off of school if I get dysentery?
Yes, you do, George. Yes. A week
Yes,
off.
I didn't even know what it meant.
Unless you give him food poisoning.
Let's do this. So, no, you can't cook it. You've just got to eat it.
Oh, exactly, George. You
Right.
should be scared.
We say when we're ready to go, Kim.
Okay. Are you ready, ladies?
Ready.
Always
On
ready to
your
beat
mark.
Sarah.
Get set. Go.
Oh.
Right, I'll put the butter in. Oh, sugar. Oh, I just dropped the egg in the cup.
Oh.
One,
I just cracked the eggs all over the laptop. Literally.
two.
Oh, I didn't fall.
Right, just give me butter on. Oh, do you think I can put it in there even though the butter's not melted?
Are you in the thing already? You're in the pan. Oh, sugar. I haven't got a ring.
Drop the egg on the floor.
I'm good.
You know
Come on.
See how much pressure I'm getting here.
Oh, I just realised I just had the gas, but it wasn't actually lit. Killing everyone.
Oh, I've got things.
I'm sorry, this is brilliant entertainment.
Mine is getting there. Look at that.
Are you already in the pan?
Hell yes. Keep up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I need to put salt and pepper. Hold on.
I'm trying.
Salt, whether it's Himalayan something or the other.
Why is everyone
Guys, use the comments to let us know who's going to win, okay? Use the comments. Who's going to win?
I know
Who's
when
gonna
he's going to win.
I'm gonna win.
Come on.
You got to keep up.
No, we're not even
Nearly cooked.
Oh, wow, look at that one.
Just gonna go and have a cup of tea while Sarah's still working. Oh, I might just put my eggs away.
Oh no, Helen's even quite
Helen's going to do the washing up. Helen.
Down the shop. Oh my god, it's actually looking awful.
Why is Helen flipping? Someone turn her gas out.
Did you say you're flipping it already?
You aren't you?
No. Just trying to get it off the sides. It's a bit stuck.
Mum,
I've got to say, it smells minging. How's yours smelling?
Look minging.
So it looks minging. Like your mother's cooking that.
I did mix it. It's just egg.
Right.
Kim, are you doing the 4-day running this year?
I'm not, because I'm at a wedding and I'm a bridesmaid.
Oh, oh okay. Well, the
I
thing
wish
is,
I
of course,
could.
I've got a bit of a problem because I'm at school, aren't I? So the Friday I might not be able to go.
Oh no.
It's a school day. I might have to only do 3 days running. I can't
Look,
have time off
flip it.
doing
Oh, I love it. Look, flip it.
I think you could go for a run now, Helen.
Term, can I? This is literally the worst thing we've ever made.
Oh, I've only got a flip tonight.
What? You flipped?
I flipped. I
Thank
folded.
you.
I'm taking you down.
Rip off you.
Let's see it, Sarah. Can I see it? Can I see yours?
Oh.
And it takes it off the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I've got a phone.
Right, hang on, I'm flipping. Oh my god, it's literally the worst one that I've ever made.
Oh, mine's looking good, Helen. Look at that.
Oh, yours does look quite good. Have you been folded? Look at mine.
Oh, Helen.
It's more like
Right,
scratch.
I need a plate. No.
You finished? Okay, and I'm ready. And mine's on the
I'm
plate.
done.
Mine's on the plate.
There you are.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey,
Okay.
Eat.
Well, right, you want
Yeah.
Eat it.
Right.
You gotta eat it.
Wait, you gotta do it in
Yeah.
time.
You gotta eat it, Kim.
Eat it, but you got to eat yours with ketchup, Helen.
Eat it.
No.
You need ketchup.
Ketchup, you evil people.
Look, Nikki said she'll donate a £10 if you eat it with ketchup.
Oh, no, not 10. 500 maybe, not 10. Seriously, Nikki.
Oh.
Sarah, yeah.
Dad, quick, eat.
I got it.
Mine's actually really nice.
Down it.
Hang on, can you just have a point for how nice it looks before we eat it?
Oh, we're going to eat now. Look, mine looks lovely. Mum,
Sorry, where's the fork?
Yours got salt and pepper in, Sarah.
yeah, look, that's all we've got left, though.
Oh, I think mine's quite good quality, to be fair. I can't eat that after I've just had a McDonald's.
We are done. Come on. Don't pretend like you've got a small mouth. You've got my mouth.
You've got helpers. My helpers are all on the screen somewhere eating McDonald's.
We have fed.
Done.
I think you both did amazingly well. Are you
But-
full, Nikki? Is your tummy full? Do you think, have you had enough food?
Are you full up?
I didn't have any.
Oh, she didn't eat it. She's sensible. But, I think, it's all well and good, Kim, saying that we've done well. But there has to ultimately be a winner.
Okay, guys, anyone watching, can you put in the comments who you think should be the winner?
Vote
Amber,
for Helen.
go away.
Vote
Let's block
for
Amber.
Helen. Vote for Helen.
Helen,
The name, that's it, right, we've got
personally, I
Sarah,
think Helen
that's
won
one
that.
for Sarah.
God, Sharon. Sarah's the clear winner.
What?
Sharon tried to
Sharon,
get me drunk last night for me.
disloyal friend of mine.
Oh, Helen. Oh, it's a tie.
Sharon was part of the plan to take you down today.
Sharon, you traitor.
Sarah.
Sarah is the winner. Sorry, Helen from Social.
I think,
You're not ganging up on me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tommy's dancing too.
Sarah from James.
Helen, end of.
What's that? What happened?
Amber put Helen, end of.
Oh, end of me. You just get you and your omelette. That's where
Sarah.
you belong.
I think, unfortunately, Helen, I think Sarah is the winner this year.
It's all right.
I want a recount. I'm just going to go down the Trump route. She's not true. It's all fake news.
Do you know how I know how I won? I didn't cheat, but I've got an induction hob and they heat up quicker than the gas.
Do you know what? If you're happy with yourself, knowing that you basically had an advantage, then Good for you. That's all I can say.
I am very happy winning
I hope
knowing
you
that.
sleep safely and soundly tonight, Sarah.
I will,
that
like a
you
baby.
cheated.
I will sleep so well knowing that I beat Helen Sophia Dyer on an omelette challenge. It's
Kim, I'll be down with the
medal
omelette in a
next year.
minute.
Brilliant. Send it over. Deliveroo.
Okay, can we do like a washing up challenge now?
Yeah. That's where you get the kids involved, Helen.
I'll get Jonah down for washing up.
No.
Oh, well done. I had to say Sarah as well because she's my boss now. So
yeah, exactly.
I think he's annoyed that I opened it the wrong
Right.
way.
We've got to
Is that Lottie?
Ted, Tommy wants a banana, we think, or he's shouting at us. His main word is mama.
Right, what's happening next? Are you singing, Kim? I want to hear you singing.
I've got a singing lesson at 1 o'clock if you want to join that.
Who are you teaching? Anyone and everyone?
Me and you.
Yeah, Sarah. Yeah.
I have to go shopping.
That could be your because you lost.
What?
Because you lost, that should be your forfeit. You got to come on for the singing lesson.
Right, I'll see if I can. Did you say 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock. We're doing some singing, and then that should warm up all the members because then they've got a karaoke hour at 1:30. So they're going to do some singing online as well.
Brilliant.
And then, really exciting, we have got a magician coming on at 2:30.
Oh, nice.
He is coming to my house to do some magic on me, and you can do some magic at home.
Like the guy we had at the ball, like that kind of crazy up close magic.
This guy is the world's #1 pickpocket. He is literally the world's #1. I know, and I met him. I met him exactly that. He worked on Oliver. He worked on Les Mis. He's worked on all of these massive, like, huge things. He's had a West End show of his own.
Amazing.
He's incredible, and like I think everyone will love him. And he's so.
Is he going to cut you in half?
Oh, I don't know. Can you imagine? I might be like a magician's assistant.
Half of you's upstairs and half of you's downstairs.
Can you imagine? Maybe he might get to like disappear my husband or something.
I'll borrow him.
Yeah.
It's all right. There's ways you can do that, Kim. I've been watching that programme.
Oh, I love that. Oh, Ellen, can I just say Ellen has put the best comment on. Think Sarah's distractions discounted the induction advantage. Whoop, whoop.
Actually, Ellen, I think she had help. Not distractions, assistance.
Well, I much prefer Ellen's version. Not going to lie.
Fake news.
So you've got Sam is saying hello to you.
Which Sam?
Sam Perrick.
Oh, hi. You're right, lovely.
So Sam is doing really well.
Yes, I can tell. I've been messaging a couple of times. I'm hoping to go to the baby shower.
Oh, exciting.
I
can't go to that. I've got Lottie's show weekend.
Oh, gosh. Okay, we know all about show weekend.
Helen, do you mind staying on for a little bit longer?
Yeah, of course not.
Have you got another couple of minutes you can keep?
Yeah, cool. Shall I just talk about my school, my new job a little bit?
Yeah, can I just I just got to say one thing before we do. William, this is your 5-minute warning. Get your shirt on and get on the screen.
What's he doing singing?
It's now 12:28. You've got to be on at 12. No, yeah, 5 minutes after that.
30, 31, 32, 33.
Yeah, 12:33. Go.
Between us and our fingers, we worked that one out.
So tell me all about school.
Oh my goodness, it's unbelievable. It's insane. It's amazing. It's incredible. I'm so glad that it exists. Like, I know, and we all know how difficult education can be for some of our young people with SEN. And it sounds harsh, but a lot of people just don't want them at their school. They can't cope with children with challenges, with social, emotional, behavioural difficulties, autistic children, neurodivergent children. And unfortunately, the 46 children at my school have basically not been served elsewhere effectively. So, you've come, haven't you, Sarah? You came to visit and you met some of our lovelies.
Honestly, it's so lovely. It's such a nice, small school.
Yeah.
Where every pupil is seen. That's what I walked away with. Everyone is seen and everyone is heard. Every pupil you have.
That is true. That is true. And we are so lucky to be able to deliver what we've got. The staff are incredible. Exactly that. Everybody, we had inset days over Christmas. We had a couple, and we had 3 days before Christmas Like everyone's dying after a term, like an intense term. And they just talk about all the children all the time. There's, always planning for those children and their individual needs. They are so committed and so dedicated to making sure that they are heard and seen for who they are. So it's called TLC, the Learning Centre, and it's behind, it's in Prince's Plain, so Bromley Common, so not far away from, us anyway, generally. But we have children from like Lewisham, Greenwich, Bexley, Sutton, Croydon, Kent. They come in from quite far. So we're an independent school, basically, and all the children have an EHC plan. So we are currently open to applications, or, we have got space for year 7 next year. So if anybody knows of anybody that needs an independent school in Bromley, which is specifically for SEN, we have, I would say a lot of our children are similar to CASPA children.
Definitely.
Yeah, so, varying needs, but quite a lot of high anxiety. Social emotional, basically. But it's incredible. It is so, I had a sense of imposter syndrome going from the charity world after 20 years of working in charity to education. But of course, the education stuff, the structures and the Ofsted and the independent school standards and all of that stuff you can learn, right? But it's really the same, as in I'm looking after the people that are then looking after those children, so the staff and everything else. So it's been, a baptism by fire, but it has been absolutely amazing. And I'm so proud of the school. It is just, I think, the best school ever, and it's only going to get better because we've got all these wonderful people involved. So yeah, I love it. Although it is really weird. There's a few things I had to get used to, obviously, working from home for 20 years like we have. I just get really hungry. I'm like, normally I'll just be able to go to the kitchen and just have something to eat at like 10 o'clock, and I've got to remember to bring food with me because I can't really go off site. It's those small things, and I have to be there at like 7:45 till, sometimes 6:15, 7 even. And so my kids have got into a little bit of shock initially, because normally I'm just sitting over there working, I'm not there. So there's been a few major adjustments, but it's unbelievably beautiful work. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, and it's hard, isn't it? Because obviously CASPA, you everyone knows you love CASPA.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the school needs you, right?
Yeah, exactly that. And I did, as we said, didn't we? That I said CASPA will continue to sail on. It will change and develop and grow and everything else. But I think that they do deserve me. It sounds like I'm like big-headed, but no, I genuinely think these children deserve me. Do you know what I mean? Like, they deserve me to fight for them and to change things where we can in the education system, which, as we know, fails so many children, like the mainstream education system. So yeah, no, I miss CASPA. I miss everyone. I saw loads of people yesterday when we went for Sausha's leaving drinks. But I know that you guys are all fine, and you've got each other, and got Sarah leading, so it's all good.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Obviously, we always miss you. We always will miss you. But it's lovely you're still involved.
Yeah, no, and I always will be. There's absolutely no way. CASPA is my charity, right, of choice. So I need to start practicing running.
Well, you've got a few messages, so I just want to sort of read them out to you. We've got a few well dones. Some of the runners, 4 days runners, are watching.
Yeah, I will train in a bit. I will start training maybe in the next few months, weeks,
because we're going soon. So John is saying, James, Mr. Box from the cake stand at the fair.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah. And he's saying, Helen, we're missing you. Amber's saying, we all miss you, Helen. Aww. James, Michael, Sarah, you are the best cooker. And what about Helen taking long time to cook, about 1 hour?
Whatever.
Thanks,
he wants
James,
something.
But I've got to bring your mate on now, Helen, because he's there. He's
excited. Oh, sorry, I'm busy. I've got to go.
Oh, no!
William!
Hello, Helen.
How are you?
Fantastic. Have you missed me?
No, not really.
No, me either. I'm by the way. That was so intense. The cooking bit, I could have.
But I was better though, wasn't I, Will?
How much they pay me? I mean, Sarah's paying me more.
Called out. Sarah's a cheat. Sarah's a cheat. Thanks, William. Now we all know the truth about Miss Towler.
I can't even say it was so intense. It was like watching Mission Impossible,
Yeah.
Dean James Bond stuff.
Felt a bit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your Christmas?
It was really good, actually. Really, really lovely. Really nice.
Yeah. Me and Mikey have been in contact. Me and Mikey.
Dream team.
Yeah, the dream team. And we're having a boys' weekend. I'm going down to Bristol.
Oh, poor Bristol. Oh.
Look at me.
You guys loose in Bristol.
And I've got someone here to say hello to. It's my doggy.
Ah.
And it's been dying me to meet him. Barney.
We met Barney on a Facebook Live when he was really a pup.
Teeny tiny.
That'd be nice to see how he's grown.
Oh, he sits there.
Oh, so cute.
Oh my God.
Hi, Barney.
So, William, did you take him out this morning?
Well, I was getting ready for the Facebook.
Always an excuse, that one.
And I was out last night, and I'm ginger January, Sarah, so I've not touched any alcohol since New Year's Eve.
Ooh, I started doing dry January. I got about 3 days in.
There's too many things to celebrate in January.
I went out for dinner with Frank, as in CASPA Frankie.
Yes, yeah.
So I was like, I was going to have a spicy pizza, and you can't have spicy pizza without wine, can you? So
no,
that would just be rude.
He knows I've got biscuits in for him in his shoes, so he's gonna have.
Do you like omelette? I've got one.
Oh, Faye messaged Helen to say she misses you.
Oh, hi, Faye.
Love that. Faye, when are you coming back to CASPA?
Yeah, when are you going back to CASPA, Faye?
We missed you and your smiley face.
Oh, Faye was on Strictly.
Was she? Oh, Helen talking of Strictly.
Yes.
Guess who I got to meet?
Don't say Johannes. Lorraine will literally cry.
Mr. Anton Tibet.
Oh, he was in Panto, wasn't he, at the Churchill?
So funny, you know.
He's a nice guy, isn't he?
You know me. I've got connections. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
And then you waited outside stage door for him to leave.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, so that in the end, it's not. Oh, okay. Let's have a selfie with you. And no,
I mean, he was queuing up for a selfie with you.
I've actually. So when I was at the Top Gun premiere, Helen. Guess who I saw?
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, the only one, Tom Cruise.
Got his number?
Got his Facebook details. I see if he can pop down to his school, you know.
Yeah, Tom Cruise come to my school. Yeah, nice. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Can I come to his school, Sarah, to the kids?
Oh, that's a really nice thing, Will. I think we need to think about that. Maybe if we have like a fete or something, if we have an event where we've got an open door, then definitely I'll let you know.
Thank you, Helen.
Yes. There was something you were just saying earlier about the show. Oh no, Strictly. What I was going to say. Yeah, sorry, Faye was on it because Magpie Dance were on it.
Yeah, but they got funding from Children in Need, wasn't it?
Yes.
See, my mum and my nan love Strictly. I'm not overking because it's on a Saturday night, so I'm always out, you know, Helen.
I do know, Will, yes. I see the pictures on Facebook.
Yeah. Guess, first, have I guessed how many pictures I've got on my phone?
2,372.
More than that.
Woo!
I can feel my phone up to Wembley. So I think of Wembley and think of all my pictures. That's how many pictures.
Like 90,000 or something.
Yeah, 90.
How's your storage coping with that?
I don't know. You tell me, Helen.
I can't.
I wonder how many you've got as me and you on that, Helen, doing our funny faces when he gets us at the cafe to do a selfie.
Yeah.
We haven't had a selfie for a long time, Will. What's going on?
I know, because you're never there. So I've just have a selfie with
Do you know
Sal.
what? Can I tell you something horrendous, like actually quite trauma-inducing?
God,
I haven't had a chicken and bacon club sandwich from the CASPA cafe since I left CASPA.
you need to come. You need to let me know. Then I'll pay for you. Then I will treat you.
Thanks. The problem is I can't get down if it's not in the school holidays. So February half term, I'm there.
Yeah.
The day.
Let me know. Then we can stick it on Sarah's card. You know.
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
Perfect.
He gives it all the big ones. I'll treat you, Helen, from Sarah's pockets.
Sarah will never know about me and you, Helen.
Shh, don't tell her.
I know she's a bit bonkers, isn't she?
A little bit.
Watching you.
But she's lovely.
Very big bonkers.
Bit bonkers. Right, so we're orange this year, are we, Sarah, with the shirt?
So we are orange this year.
Nice.
So it's 4 days running. William, we're going to kick you off and let Helen talk to us all about 4 days running.
I'll see you soon, Helen.
Be
Bye.
ready. Be ready, William.
Bye.
Loving that shirt, by the way. I still
Always
think
good
number 2
shirts.
shirt was my favourite.
Sorry?
William, when he comes on, he gets a 5-minute warning and he has to wear a different shirt every time.
Perfect. And his braces as well. I love his braces.
Well, I told him he doesn't need braces because they'll be a bit hard to get on with the shirts. But his mum loves him, got them all out, all ready for him. So he can just go and pick it and put it on. 4 days running.
4 days running. Wow, wow, wow. What a thing.
So tell it, because obviously you've done it for the last 4 years, 5? No, probably more.
Yes. Yeah, maybe 5 or so. Yeah, something like that.
And you run with an incredible group of people.
They are just so wonderful. And it's almost like another version of CASPA, isn't it? Like they've come because they have a similar energy, similar goals, similar compassion, similar feeling of wanting to be together to do something amazing. And obviously our amazing Ivor brought us all together. It's still got pictures of him on the shirt. Yeah,
he's going to be featured on them every year from forever now.
Awesome. So so he was really good at was, what we were really good, or we are really good at is bringing in good people or creating some kind of love hub, which then attracts people. Although this time it attracts people and then they have to run for 4 days. So usually, how many miles? Normally about 70 something miles, isn't it?
76, yeah. We're doing 115k this year.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
I hate running. It's so boring. But so I tend to have a bit of a reputation of not doing any training during the year and then kind of just like laying it out flat for 4 days. And then I'm laid out flat for, weeks afterwards. I like running around the roads is but I will do a couple of training runs if I can before we go.
Well, I'll come and train with you, even though I'm not doing it.
Yes, but you're probably faster than me and probably fitter.
No,
I have to put music on because if I don't, all I can hear is my breathing. Like, what's that?
And the sound of the heavy feet on the foot. Like everyone else seems like they run like on air. When I run, I'm like doof doof doof,
flap. Yeah, but you know what? I think it's one of those things which you cannot not love it if you're involved.
Yeah.
Like even if you're a walker, even if you think I can never run that, I could never run a marathon. I thought I could never run a marathon until I got involved with 4 days running. And on the 3rd day, we usually run a marathon. It's usually a trail marathon. So it's like through woods and up hills and down valleys and, it's like muddy and whatever. But You do. You just do it. You keep going. You've got all these people around you. You stop for a bit. Some of the nutters that do the 4-day running actually will have like half a pint when they get. So we stop at pubs, and I'm like, oh yeah, nice lime and soda. Some of them are like, yeah, I'll have a pint of Guinness, and then run another 10 miles or whatever. It's like crazy, folks.
But the nice thing is, with the runner, you don't have to just be a runner, do you?
No,
you can be a rower.
You can row. You could cycle. I actually always find that. So Steve Welsh, who are some other cyclists. We had another Jim Page. He cycled 1 year. That was quite funny. I just remember him falling off and down.
I think we've got Erica and
Steve.
Cycling this year.
I think the cycling's actually harder than the running because the routes, obviously, we've done lots and lots of different routes. So they did Hadrian's Wall, the Cornish Coastal Paths. We did the Seven Sisters, like the South Downs, didn't we? The one we did from Canterbury to CASPA. This year is Essex to CASPA, is that right?
No, Essex to Essex.
Oh, sorry. So it's around Essex, right? Yeah. Which is actually Ivor's birthplace.
Yep.
And so it's very hilly sometimes. It can be, like I say, muddy. We go through the woods. So for the cyclists, I think it's much harder. We're very often like lifting bikes over, one of those stiles, we could just walk over. I think the cyclists have it the hardest personally, but then...
And they go at like the slowest person. Well, Steve does, doesn't he? Steve is always
it's basically like a very long, slow bicycle race.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Was there 1 year, or am I totally making it up, where there was a horse?
Yep, Jess had her horse. So Myla Rain was very proud that she got to drive the van. The van was like right into the middle, and she had to leave it in the middle of this estate somewhere. We were like, just imagine Jess like riding through the estate, like woo. Yeah. So that was when we did. That must have been the South Downs, mustn't it? Because we weren't that far away. So Jess brought her horse Ozzy, who is a magnificent beast. There are some brilliant photos of it, actually. I think it was purple year, wasn't it, when we had purple shirts? And so we would be running along, like kind of on the, in the countryside. I'm not being very eloquent. And like Jess would then just pound alongside. So you could just hear Ozzy's feet like, it was amazing. It was really stunning. So people make so much effort. I mean, just imagine that, even just getting the horse, bringing it, doing all the horsey things you have to do. People make so much effort for CASPA and for the 4-day running community. And then there's obviously Robin, who is an intrepid rower. And the stuff that he gets up to is insane. Some people feel like he's in the middle of the night, or, he finds all these different waterways, which fits in with our run. So when we was Brighton, Eastbourne, he was in the sea. Then when we were at when we did Isle of Wight, he did around the whole of Isle of Wight where we went across. He's done some incredible things. I think was it last year that he did some of the canals, I think, through London.
Because weren't they getting didn't they get something happened on the canals or something? And he sent a few videos through, didn't he?
Was it the tide? It was something to do with the tide wasn't right, or they couldn't. It was
the locks as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's just amazing. He's just wonderful. He just takes it all in his stride. He just pulls his boat up onto the beach or whatever, and then it's just. And he had a CASPA flag 1 year, so we could all see him whilst he was in the sea.
I love it. It's he sends through like videos to the group chat, and like we've got quite a lot of CASPA parents on there now that are doing it,
and a couple of CASPA staff adding Liam.
This year I think we've got our biggest sort of CASPA uptake, which is fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to being part of it this year.
Shall I tell you someone that told me they were doing it last night who's not on the thread yet?
Who?
Sharon.
She did, she did say she was gonna. So that's it. It's live on Facebook now, Sharon.
Exactly, you got to do
it. Sorry, you're really
up for a challenge. Although she might do some cycling. She said she'd actually quite like to do all of it, like a bit of cycling, a bit of rowing, a bit.
Well, that's what a few of our parents are doing. So we've got a parent couple that are going to swap. So one's going to do 1 day whilst the other one has the kids, and then swap over so that they're involved. Because obviously we understand, childcare and all of that lot's hard, but lots of the 4 days runners, depending on where it is, isn't it? They actually go and stay away for the 3 nights, and go for dinner and So it's not just about the running. There's also lots of help people can do if you're not a runner, a walker, a cyclist, or any of that. You know, you could bake a cake and send us with a cake. So we have people that do the stops so that the runners can be refueled with drinks and with food and lovely sort of
amazing
Lorna.
Nish and Lorna primarily, yeah.
So, and then because we're doing it around Essex, we've got our wonderful shirt sponsor for next year, which is the Royal Oak Pub.
I was going to say for us.
No, Steve got a year off this year, lucky. So we've got the wonderful Royal Oak Pub, which is based in Essex,
Nice.
which is our wonderful Jusha's mum.
Oh yes, of course. I did know. I'd recognise the name of that actually.
And we get to go there for dinner on the last night too.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's brilliant. There's so much to do. And you know, we need minibus drivers. We need people to support with driving, you know, people from start to finish. So, you know, even if you could just pick people up in some point in Essex, it'll be planned, obviously, and drop them back to somewhere. All of that really helps. All the runners pay to do the 4 days running as well.
Yeah, so we pay for accommodation and everything, don't we, in the shirt?
Food, drinks, everything. So it's every penny is truly raised for CASPA, which is, you know, magnificent.
Yeah, exactly. And usually we get sort of, the runners will raise between sort of like 14 and 22,000 a year. And over the years have raised well over 150,000.
Yeah, definitely. So this year we've got the Coxes sort of helping steer the helm. And they're up for lots. I think they've planned some quiz nights and all sorts.
They are brilliant.
Martin's going to come on later at 4 as well.
He's also really good at
decorating,
putting wallpaper on. Look,
love it. It's still up there.
It's all gorgeous, not fallen off yet.
I love it. I don't know.
His company sponsored us one year, didn't they? The Brighton one. Brighten up your day.
And wasn't that before he actually ran it? He was just there as a helper, wasn't he? And then he...
Yeah, well, he ran the first one, didn't he?
The 50K for 50 kids?
I feel like he might have done. I feel like he was involved at that point. I can't remember, actually. I might just be making that up.
I think it's like everyone in CASPA. Everyone's always been involved. I sort of saying to Kim, like, Kim might have only actually been working for CASPA, but she's always been involved through the LBDA and the shows that they put on for us. And you're always involved in CASPA. You never get away from it.
What was Liesl saying? That everyone was connected.
Oh, honestly, it was so funny because you know how when you get to so Liesl only knows them as a form or as a folder on their HR folder.
Yeah.
So we're putting all these names to faces, and obviously we're very autistic friendly amongst our staff also. And Liesl looked at me, she's like, "You are not going to introduce me, are you?" I was like, "Of course I'm not. I'll just point them out." And everyone sort of like completely got it in the true CASPA way. And then I was saying, so that's so-and-so's brother and that's so-and-so's sister. And we had some older staff pop in as well. So like Dan and Zoe came.
Oh, fantastic.
So then there's Zoe, who is related to Chloe, to Auntie Jackie.
Sound a bit probably, to be fair. Everyone's related.
You know. And Liesl's just like literally like, I actually can't handle this. I can't handle this. Everyone's related. And then we obviously had the wonderful Gabby with Dan and Talia.
Oh, nice.
So it was all just fantastic. And then Jenny was like gobsmacked at Talia being there because Jenny obviously remembers Talia from club. And yeah, it was all just lovely.
So that's what happens when you have a community, right?
Yeah, everyone sort of. And then Lisa was like, "Why am I the only body that isn't involved in this?" I'm like, "Because you're the ranger that's got to come in and rein us all in."
Yeah, exactly. But also, we got to be mindful that we don't just generate internal connections, and we also reach out and have different, diverse people. But I think that is, that you've got the balance. But when you've got a community that's so strong and so warm and so loving and caring and accepting, then you are just going to, as soon as somebody says, "Oh, I go to CASPA," as soon as somebody looks at it, they feel the energy. It's like, well, I'm involved as well. And you get involved, and then someone else gets involved. It's just natural, isn't it?
No, definitely.
Can I jump in a second and just say we've been on £275 now for the last hour. Can we try reach maybe the £300 mark by 1 o'clock? Can anyone donate?
Come on, people. I'll make a donation. I need to make a donation.
£1 in the pot. So yeah, so Helen, thank you so much for coming
No,
on.
Absolute pleasure.
Love having you. Always, you know, CASPA family, always, always, always.
Yes.
And we will catch up very soon. But thank you for this. And Martin's back on at 4.
Brilliant.
If
I'll
you're
try.
around and you want to pop on. Our wonderful Sharon, who you mentioned earlier, who's a trustee, I think they're on at 3.
Yeah, they are 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Sharon is amazing. She came with her daughters and did the carol singing in the glades.
Oh, I
and
love
she
the
was
carol
just
singing.
so good. She was just so like up for it and like
She
dancing.
loves Christmas.
Oh, love it.
We were around her house last night after the drinks, and we were like, "Let's put some music on." She was like, "Christmas music." We were like, "Sharon, it's finished. It's over."
No, yeah. And Sharon's child Lee is going to be volunteering at prison.
Oh, fantastic! Oh,
So,
brilliant.
Yeah, it's absolutely
Nice.
brilliant.
Oh, do you know what though? One thing I was very, very happy about, and I almost, I was going to say literally, but then obviously it's not literal. It's hypothetical. But is that I got a place for my son on the residential. Oh, the last 3 places. I was just like, I would have literally been killed by the child if I didn't get him his place on CASPA.
Yeah, we've seen such a huge uptake in our residential this year. Our over 18s one again sold out.
Wow.
They're going to Butlins. Adult weekend that sold out within a day.
Amazing.
We've also got 16 plus are going on another one. That's nearly sold out. The inters and seniors are sold out, so we're looking at putting on more.
Yeah, so you're going to bowls, aren't you? Which is, I think, always my favourite. I absolutely love bowls.
Bowls is great, and it always reminds me of Mr. Lyle.
Oh, me too. I was just literally going to say we've had some good times and some good laughs. Oh, at James's expense.
Most definitely. So James is an old member, one of the originals as well, isn't he? And there's a ski slope there, Kim.
Dry ski slope.
And James is like Mr. First Aid. Now he's like quite high up in the ambulance service, but when he was a child, his special interest was first aid. So you know, if there was ever an injury, an accident, a little bit of blood, a plaster needed, he was there.
He was there, telling us what to do.
Yeah, there's this dry ski slope, and he literally came down. The only person that's ever done it. We've been there. I think it's be our 4th time. Came down and somehow landed on his hip on the only concrete bit that was past the ski slope.
Just flew off the ski slope.
Really, yeah, and it was like laugh, cry, not sure what's gone on moment. And for James too, he was like, so yeah, it's always one of our fond memories.
I don't know why it's so funny. It's really cruel.
But Amber and Rishna have just said that Bowls was their first trip as well. Was their first trip. Yeah.
It's a nice place, really lovely. Nice swimming pool.
Yeah, it is good there. So yeah, we've got that. So yeah, lots going on. And obviously we love having the wonderful Jonah with us. I'm hoping
give him a job, keep him quiet.
He loves it. Keeps us on our toes, what we like.
I apologise in advance.
No, don't apologise. It's what we like. If everyone was the same, it'd be boring, right?
It's true. And I mean, we've always known the power of CASPA, but as he is an actual member, it's a totally different thing, isn't it? When you watch your own child receive the services and find their people, which is undoubtedly the biggest thing that's happened for him, is that he has found people that he knows are not judging him and that he can just be himself with, which is amazing.
And that brings it back to what Kim was saying with Liesl and Jenny about tolerance and acceptance, and that's just them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No preconceived, they should be this way, should be that way. It's like, just be raw, just be you. We love it.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
But yeah, well, so thank you so much.
No,
Kim's going to do our singing lesson now. So if you want to stay for that, Helen, you're more than welcome to.
I would love to, but I've got to go to Lidl and I've got to go to Sainsbury's. So I've got to fit it all in.
Don't care. Back to work tomorrow.
But I'll jump back on as soon as I can, so I can listen to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
No, you're doing an amazing job, ladies. Well done.
Well done. And Sarah won, though, yeah? All
right.
I'll pay you later.
I'll give her that because I love her.
Love you all. See you soon.
But anyways. Bye.
See you later.
Take care.
Oh, we need to. I think we need to remove her.
I don't know how to get out.
There we go. She's gone.
Honestly, one day me and Helen will be able to do this technical stuff.
Oh no, don't worry. You got me.
Wasn't it
However-
nice having Helen on with us?
Oh, it was so nice to see her again, and just it's always going to be part of the CASPA family.
Exactly. Right, I'm going to try one last time and
no.
go on StreamYard.
Oh God, we're still on £275.
Right, you tell them they've got to make some payments now. People,
Come on, guys. Come on, even a £5. Just all the money is going towards CASPA. We start our clubs are back tomorrow, aren't they? Yeah. Oh no, Sarah's lost her voice.
Hang on.
Hang on.